What is going on, everybody? Thanks for coming in tonight. It's been a while. Welcome back. Cash is King Trucking. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm good. Trying to stay cool today.
All right. Uh, you'll notice my lovely background here. I can't get enough of that thumbnail. It brings too much joy to my life. I forget. I'm Daryl Hall, right? You're John Oates. Is that
Right.
how it goes?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to say, I'm a much prettier Daryl Hall than you are, John Oates.
Hey, I photoshopped his actual mustache. That's not like some just some like spray painted on mess on there. I photoshopped his actual mustache.
I look like a handsome devil over here, and you look like a pedophile that just got released.
Yeah, that guy's on a list somewhere. I promise.
I think he's on more than one list.
Uh,
So where are you at in the world tonight?
I'm over in Kentucky right now. Trying to trying to stay cool. It's like 90 degrees over here. I had some trouble finding a parking spot. I'm at a truck stop near a distribution center, and about a third of the parking lot's bobtail right now. So,
All right. All right. Oh, it looks like we got the normal list of suspects in here tonight. Let's just see who we got in here. East Texas trucker. Howdy, thanks for coming in tonight. Lolly Sanders in the house. Number 2. Not number Lolly's usually first. Lolly's slacking tonight. Fate Trucking. Says hell yes. Thanks for coming in. Gary Bates is in here. Says can't wait till tomorrow. The truck is ready to go, yeehaw, whoop whoop, and all that. All right, must have been broke down again. Gary, you're having one hell of a time here getting traction here, starting off.
what kind of truck is that, Gary?
Broken brake drums and wheel seals and all that. Who else we got? Truckers Assistant Coach TV thinks he's the coolest. We'll see about that. Who else we got? Peaches and Grease. Long time no see. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Check out Peaches and Grease. So this live tonight is more of a, you ever seen them fundraisers on TV for all the poor children that have need surgeries and so forth? Well, this one here, I'm gonna put a link in the banner here. This is for my buddy Cash is King Trucking. All right, you may have seen him. He's our guest tonight. By the end of this live stream here, I want to see this man get to about 6,000 or 7,000 subscribers. So everybody in here, go over and subscribe to Cash is King Trucking. I guarantee you will be entertained, and you will have a deep belly laugh, perhaps a chortle, maybe even a chuckle on some of his live streams there. Or he might burp, and you may choose to unsubscribe. It's just how it goes. You run that risk when you watch, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes I do. I do burp during the live shows. I went to my doctor, talked to them about it, and they said nothing they could do about it. So you guys just got to deal with it.
Did you come away with a prescription for a pill where you can walk through a field of daisies, smiling, holding hands with your girlfriend, and everything's okay in life, like on the commercials?
At the beginning of the commercial, it was all dark and cloudy, and by the end, it was all sunshine and rainbows.
Wonder pill. I'm just saying. Who's that company? We're buying their stock. Lolly Sanders, $1.49 super sticker. Appreciate that, Lolly. Sorry I was so hard on you before. Oh, we got a new guest here, Pneumatic Brit. Says, I'm here because of the spot-on comment you made DIY today on the Sage interview about myself and Nomad Trucker about paid-off trucks in the freight race. I wanted to salute you. Yeah, I wish I had more time because that was a real... What it is they're having a contest over there to see who can generate the most revenue and profit in 10 weeks, and Nomadic Brit's in the challenge, and they were giving him grief because it's not fair he has a paid-off truck, and I say that it is absolutely fair. He just made better decisions and set himself up to do such that. I mean, it's not a level playing field in life. You can have a paid-off truck. You cannot have a paid-off truck. He chooses to have a paid-off truck. You can't compete with him. hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Or am I wrong? What do you think, Cash?
So is life. That's not just a competition. That is life. You are competing with people out here that have paid off trucks. When you're on that load board, when you go to call on that load, your cost per mile's got to factor into that. And a guy's got a paid off truck. Let's face it, he can limbo lower than you can.
Yeah, he can't really go to the broker and say, wait a minute, this isn't fair. You're talking about giving me the same rate as somebody with a paid for truck?
Yeah.
No, I don't like those rules. I'm going to need you to put me in a category. Maybe you're going to give me a head start. Maybe, throw me an extra 1,000 on the load or something.
Right.
Then we'll call it fair. I'd argue that I'd die on that hill. I'd battle that argument all day long. But hey,
yep.
That's why I got my own channel, because I'm the authority on this channel, right? They can be the authority on some other channel.
I was listening to another channel earlier, and the fellow was saying that a paid-off truck means nothing. You can be successful with a truck payment or without a truck payment.
Well, yeah.
I'm like,
duh.
Yeah, that's not like, I don't even understand the point they were trying to make with that. But my point was, you got a better chance of success with paid-off equipment.
Even opposite of the success part, less potential downside. I always say you can sit home and not pay for fuel. You can't sit home and not make that truck payment.
Yeah. You can't. When you call the broker, you can't say, "Hey, I got a $3,000 truck payment. I'm going to need you to pay more." They don't care. So yeah. You can't
want somebody else to level the playing field. You got to level your own damn playing field.
Yeah.
Find that playing field, take a friggin' bulldozer to it. It's up to you. That's it's that way with a lot of things lately.
Right. And I hear I think there's a lot of misconception on YouTube that you can have paid off equipment and it be good equipment. Like,
yeah.
It's just like a cash truck can be a brand new truck. Like, you can go, I don't think a lot of people, even the thought has ever entered their head that you can go to a truck dealership and buy a new truck with cash money.
That's crazy talk.
I mean, or Bitcoins, whatever you choose. I don't know. Which will be the first dealership to take Bitcoin as far as major trucks?
I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably this. I hear Fitzgerald is getting into buying a bunch of dealers. Is this true?
Fitzgerald Peterbilt. I went by one a couple months ago down in Alabama. Fitzgerald Peterbilt.
Now this is the same company that makes the glider kits.
Used to make the glider kits.
Oh, they don't even make them no more?
Nobody makes glider kits anymore.
Well, I thought there was a certain, not like 100 or something a year that they could make or something.
No, I think that went away at the beginning of this year. I think that's why glider kits are on such a tear right now.
Man, I might seriously have to think about selling mine. I mean, I joke about it all the time, but hell, somebody wants to give me 50 grand for that thing, I might take it.
I give you 50 for it.
I'm sorry, did I say 50?
I flip it tomorrow for more than 50, man. I tell you, like, every time I look on truck paper, it's a thing now. I gotta search gliders. I mean, dude, it's like the price of lumber. It goes up every other day. Like,
it's out of control. There's a certain point where you can't make it back. I understand believe me, I like glider kits. I like them, but I also like making good decisions. I'm not saying it's a bad decision to buy a glider, but how much can you spend? Can you spend $250,000? Can you spend $300,000? Because it sounds like that's what the hell they're going to be. Eventually, if it keeps going the way it is.
You can go on truck paper right now and find yourself a $200,000 glider kit.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they're out there. And I'm saying, like, it's not a one-off show truck. I'm talking like, 100,000 miles on a 389 Peterbilt for $200,000.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, maybe I'm talking out of school here. About the paid off truck thing. All right, let's jump down here. Where we at? Sage Logics is here, Nevada. Yeah, he was just talking about somebody said something about having a paid off truck wasn't fair, and I thought that's what he was saying. So maybe and I'm not bagging on you there, Nevada. Just talking about what the race is all about. You know, talking smack because that's what we do. East Texas is saving up 40 to 50,000 on a truck so they can go drop it in a couple years and not worry about payments. I think it's a great plan because by that time in a few years trucks are going to come down a little bit in price. They're going to normalize a little bit. This bubble will pop eventually. Who knows when, but it will. All bubbles do, unless you just go into a hyperinflationary environment and then it just keeps going. In which case, you might need that 40 or 50 grand to buy 18 pack of toilet paper. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm going to go with scenario 2 there. I don't believe we're in a bubble. I think we're in some extreme inflationary. I mean, you got to think, of all money created, all U.S. dollars created, what, like 50, 60% of it's been in the last 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to make what's out here worth less as far as dollars.
It's the law of economics. The only reason it hasn't, we've been going through that money creation for almost 15 years now, and only reason it hasn't caused massive inflation is it hasn't hit the consumer. It hasn't hit the market. The banks have been keeping it to tidy up their balance sheets and take care of stuff like that. They haven't injected it into the economy, and now it's getting into the economy. So that's why you're part of the reason you're seeing this inflation. Just the economic law. Yeah. That's how it is. There, trust me, plenty of reasons why inflation's going on, but that's just one of them. Gary Bates heard the interview with the Fitzgerald top dog and why they're buying up Peterbilt dealerships. Why don't you tell us, Gary? I'd like to know. Do you know, Cash, why they're buying up why Peterbilt dealers?
Yeah, because they can't make 3,000 glider kits anymore a year, and they took their money and they invested it in Peterbilt dealerships. So
did they say why Peterbilt in particular?
I don't know. They probably already had good relations with Peterbilt. I'd say a lot of those glider kits they were making were probably Peterbilt.
Yeah, probably. You'll always have, the Peterbilt's a very loyal following, right? And they're good trucks, Not bagging on them or nothing, but a BOC Enterprises in here. What up, BOC? He says, "What up, gangsters?" Not much. Just hanging out. Oh, so tonight is brought to you by. I had a subscriber give me a gift, and I appreciate it. It's in a sealed container. Yeah, we get this out of here. So it came with the request that mine and yours next live stream, I crack it open. Maybe that's, I don't know. They poison me. They can see me die live on YouTube. But nice bottle of Crown Royal Apple. Oh, it doesn't. The green screen. Got my face on there now on the green screen. So we gotta open that up a little bit here. All I got to mix it with is a little can of Fresca.
Okay.
Disappointing, but yeah.
Let's see you do one of those chug videos and just drink it all in one drink.
No, no. I've been hitting the sauce a little too much here lately, guys. My wife is unimpressed for some reason. I don't know why. Can't imagine. I'm a great time when I have a little bit to drink, but yeah, it's sad to see the gliders go away, but 200,000, 220, 225,000. Man, that's a lot of money. I can buy a lot of stuff for that. I could buy 5 trucks like yours. Really? Maybe not in today's market, but at the price you bought it at. If
you had a time machine, you could. Because they had a whole slew of them up there when I was buying this one. And I doubt they got them anymore.
Simple but efficient. Pata says, screw debt. I'm going to haul fuel for someone else. Invest in something else rather than a truck of my own. It's not a bad plan. There's a lot of good paying stuff out there now. If you're going to haul fuel, look at the Dirty Brokes channel, DB215. He's a fuel hauler for Loves. What's the Gemini? Gemini Transport?
Yep.
Killing it over there. Killing it with that money. There is good money in that. If you want to, make the real money, you can haul nuclear weapons for $50,000 a year?
Yeah, nuclear weapons, $52,000 annually.
That's where the real money's at. I keep jumping ahead in this chat. Rich Tacos in here says, what up, fellas? I'm at a grocery warehouse where the guys next to you have to drop their trailers and move so we can get into the dock. Those are the worst ones. You're going to get your hood ripped off, son.
Yeah, those will test your patience right there.
Yeah. Trucker Talk Network, thanks for coming in. Good channel, brand new channel. Everybody check that out. He says he watched an article on the chip shortage. As of right now, there is no more capacity in manufacturing of chips. Pringles is going to hear about that. Lay's, I got to have my cheddar and sour cream chips.
Do you get the Ruffle version of those, or
I get them both. I'll be honest with you. So I know somebody that is involved in the purchase of trucks for a relatively large company, and they're saying that they have trucks on order that have been on order for some time now, and now they're starting to want to deliver them, but they can't get batteries. They can't get the prices of tires went sky high, and they're going to be delivered without chips, so they won't actually have emissions until the chips come in. Then they have to bring them back into the dealer and put all that in. So, and LED headlights. They're wired for LED headlights, but they can't get the lights. So they're going to deliver them without all this stuff. Of course, they're not knocking anything off the price. They just have to bring them back in. And if they don't bring them back in to get that emissions chip put in them, they're in trouble. Oh, and they will not have the, what do you call it? The predictive cruise and all that, because they can't get that chip either. So they're going to come without all that.
Wow.
But you need the trucks. What are you going to do?
How does anyone drive a truck without LED headlights?
Well, what are they going to do in the truck stop at night when they're trying to blind somebody backing in across from them? How are you going to do that without LED headlights?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Man, I hate that. I hate them on the Freightliners. I hate that LED that goes around the headlight. Can you not shut that off?
I've heard people say you can shut that off, and I've heard people say that's on all the time.
Because that is bright as hell.
They got a switch. Some people say they got a switch for it. Some people say it's like it's running all the time.
Oh, Stephen Davis in the house. I've been waiting for him to come into a live chat here. Stephen Davis, a good man. I heard what you did. You probably want to remain anonymous, but Stephen Davis made a nice donation to a worthy cause in our names, and I just want to say we appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, DIY right here. You need to put that Crown Royal into this right here.
Whew. What flavor is that?
That is Ultra Paradise. Oh man, you can't even taste that Crown when you put it in that. And I like energy drinks and alcohol because then I make my bad decisions really fast.
Last weekend I partook in for the first time in something called cherry bombs. It's cherry Dr. McGillicuddy dropped in a glass of Monster. That was a bad day the next day. So that was so sweet it freaking hurt my teeth. D. Guyver says, is it legal to put a 12.7 in a 2009 or newer truck? Only if it's designated a glider kit. Not if it does not have that glider kit designation. That is not legal. Not to say people don't do it every day, but no, it's not legal. Nomad Trucker in the house. Thanks for stopping in. There's a new name. Nomad says you buy older cash trucks. You can buy older cash trucks. You can buy new cash trucks. You can buy, not so old cash trucks. You can buy all that. You just got to have the cash.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Simple but efficient says, forget Crown, try Black Label. I have a bottle of that in the. I have quite a pantry of, good drinks. People keep bringing me. I don't hardly drink, and people. I don't know if they think it's funny to bring me a great big bottle of something or other, but they do, and I appreciate it, and it's turning me into quite a lush. Nomadic Brit says, like your support for the single owner operator. Well, I appreciate that. That's what I have been for the longest time. And man, people getting taken and people getting ripped off, man. You're a target. People want that money you got. And we'll charge you anything they can do to get it. So we all got to help each other out. I know you got a channel and you're trying to help people out too, so that's great. Rich Taco wants to know if I remember Four Loco. I tried that once. Oh, that was awful. Made my teeth about fall right out of my head. Oh, yeah.
Great way to wake up in the morning. Four Loco.
Oof. Oh, rough. Yeah. Rough. Texas Trader in the house. Thanks for coming in. He says Monster Zero plus Tito's works great for a night out in Vegas. Love that Tito's. I think I got a big bottle of that in the pantry too. So oh, yeah. Let me change a banner here. Check out my buddy Cassius King, his channel here. We got to get that channel hopping, people. We need to get him about 6,000 subscribers before the end of this video tonight. Hey, I'm just saying, if that takes 12 hours, that's what it takes. We do what we got to do. So what else is new with the Cash Man? What's new in the world?
Just trying to keep my live streams rolling. Just moving free. Trying to make it simple. A lot of people want to make it really complicated. I'm just trying to make it simple. Sorry, I just burped, so that may shut down your live stream.
I just lost 400 subscribers, I'll be honest with you.
But yeah, no, just just trying to move freight while it's good, and I don't know. I think we're going to be heading into a really nice fall here.
Yeah.
Back to school is going to be big this year.
Yep.
You got a lot of kids got that pent up want to go back to school rage. They're gonna take that out on their local mall. And go
so you're gonna see ammo sales. How are they gonna do that with no ammo on the shelf?
Well, they're gonna spend it. It's gonna be a spending rage.
Okay.
The Mall of America was in there a couple of weeks ago, Minneapolis, down there in Bloomington. That place was absolute madhouse. An absolute madhouse.
Yeah, you posted a video of a fight at the mall, didn't you?
Yeah, that was at Target. Now that was a genuine madhouse right there.
Yeah. Stephen Davis says the last guy that cracked open a bottle of liquor on a live feed started yelling at BOC uncontrollably. I would never do that. I have no animosity towards BOC. I think he's a funny guy. Funny guy. We could get him on. Have you ever had him on one of your lives?
I don't think so. I don't do a lot of call in. Hang on, kids. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Can y'all see this?
What in the hell is happening there? Oh, there goes the fire hydrant. Get the fire hydrant behind him. He's about to take it out. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's almost gone. You're seeing it live, folks. Bonehead Truckers live. What is he doing? That's magic right there.
I can't flip this camera around, can I?
You should have about 3 cameras going on that right now. Oh, did he get the fire hydrant? We could see that. We can see it.
Oh, I don't think he sees the fire hydrant.
He's about to. He's about to see
he
some
cleared
water.
it.
He cleared it? What is he doing in the grass? Ah, damn it. We missed it. Oh well. Rich Taco says, do you think the big rises and falls in crypto helps absorb inflation? All that money, poof, gone in hours while the government keeps printing. You know, who knows? You know, it's a shell game. All that money never really existed in the first place. You know what I mean? It's just digital creations. So it's entirely possible. I mean, you're talking about billions of dollars, although that's I don't know. It's hard to tell. There's so much shenanigans going on. Fate Truckin says, thanks for the info on the fuel locks. I've been using the fuel treatment and friction eliminator, and miles per gallon has gone up and motor is running smoothly. That's good to hear. Although, you know, I take a lot of heat for that. But hey, you know, you tried it. You know, we should have you on someday so you can talk about it. Then I can be called a sellout over and over again. But I don't care. Having some good results with it. So I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully you're using that discount code DIY Semi to get your discount. Cash is fading in and out.
What's that discount code worth? What's that get me?
15% on every order. Texas Trader says that'll leave a mark on the trailer. Big yellow mark, but then you'll say, I didn't hit no fire hydrant. I didn't hit no fire hydrant. Nomadic Brit says there's a big glider seller in Mississippi. I know there used to be one in Glasgow, Kentucky, too. And then one in Iowa. Starts with an H. There's an actual Freightliner dealer. That's where I would have bought mine. I wouldn't have touched one from Fitzgerald. My Detroit shop has told me a lot of stories about Fitzgerald trucks. And I don't think I would be willing to buy one. Nevada Trucking Trail says BOC is a good dude. Yeah, he's a good dude. Good dude. Although they seem to get drunk and yell at each other a lot. Uh-oh, we lost Cash. Not a lot of happy drunks on YouTube. Oh, is he back? Come on with it. You back?
Can
We got
hear
you.
Me?
We can hear you. Drop some knowledge on us. Drop a gem on us.
Sorry.
We done went robot on us. Harrison. Truck Talk Network says Harrison. That's it. Harrison Truck Centers. They were a big glider kit manufacturer. Are you there now, Cash? You went a little robot there. He's frozen. He'll be back. Al Capone says clickbait. Where's the hair? I used to have a flowing head of locks just like that. Can you hear me, Cash, or are you gone? Go out and come back in. Yeah. How are we going to do a fundraiser? How are we going to do a subscription drive for Cash if he's done gone robot on us? Oh, Nomadic Brit's got to go. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Yeah, the whole paid for truck thing or cash truck thing, it seems to be a hot button on YouTube. And man, people are very upset on both sides of it. But hey, do whatever you want to do. Let's see what we can do here. Switch this green screen up a little bit. There we go. Me and Cash chilling at the bar, chilling at a party, fundraiser. Sean Fairman says, what are the reasons you bought Max? I live in PA by Brookville. They sell a bunch around here. Just sent one in for repair in Brookville. No, had to get a water pump at the dealer in Brookville a couple of weeks ago for one of them. Why did I buy them? Because truck trucks are hard to get right now, man. And I came across this Mack dealer who has not jacked their prices sky high. So I could get a Mack with 420,000 miles on it for 42. Well, the first one I bought for 38,000. Then the other ones were 42 or 44. And the same thing in a Cascadia with similar mileage, I was looking at well over $60,000. So in some cases, $25,000 to $30,000 more than the same thing in that Mack. And I couldn't pull the trigger on something like that right now. It would be crazy. And plus, I'll be honest with you, a couple of those I lease purchased out to some of my drivers, and that's a fantastic starter truck. I went through them, inspected them. They were solid. The chassis were solid on every one of them, and a lot of them had extensive. One of them had the whole emission system replaced, had a new radiator, new injectors, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, back to why I bought it. Because is it a perfect truck? No, they're a little bit heavy. The fuel mileage, not what a Cascadia is. I'll be honest with you, probably not even close. But the price, $30,000 difference. The drivers, I don't think will drive them for 5 years. It's not a truck they're going to drive for 5 years. It's a truck to get them started, maybe a year. The first one, the guy had it paid for in 6 months. So that's what we're talking about. That's a freaking great starter truck. If it ain't perfect, so what? Did he get 8 miles a gallon? No, he got 6 3/4 and 7. Good enough. But hey, that thing's paid for. Now either you can drive that paid for truck for a while, or he's got a $40,000 truck to trade in or sell it and get a different one in 6 months. How many people do you know start as a brand new owner operator and pay for that truck in 6 months? Yeah, it's partially to do with the times, but so even if it wasn't, so after being 6 months of an owner operator, he's at a level a lot of people don't get to for 5 years. So it's a good starting situation for somebody. It's not necessarily all about the truck or all about that. It was a Mack. The price point was perfect. The dealer was good to me. I'm having great. Now here's the thing about the Macks. The parts are turning out to be expensive, but I'm working on that, trying to get some preferred pricing. But the service, everybody's worried about the service in the network. It has been fantastic. I got in Wisconsin here. What is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Freightliner dealers. There's 13 Mack dealers, and when you add in Volvo, there's more yet. Or is that with Volvo? I can't remember. At any rate, every time I've ever rolled into one or had a driver roll into one, they're like, "Yeah, just go to door 2 or whatever. Park it by door 2. We'll look at it quick." I don't get that at Freightliner. And I get, we'll get 4 days, man. We're like backed up 4 days. So that was kind of I didn't know that was going to be like that, but that's a great, byproduct of it. So they're turning out to be great entry-level trucks for my new owner operators, and I'm pretty happy with it. And they're also they like them. They ride great. They got freaking torque. My God, they're torque monsters. But, the fuel economy isn't there. So, and when they get the truck paid off, they trade up to whatever the heck they want. And they're going to be in a great position. You look better now, Cash. We got you back with good audio and everything.
Yeah, I won't try to change the camera around. Even if Navajo's going to run over a freaking fire hydrant, I won't turn it around.
All right. Jay True in the house says, "How's it going, bro?" Thanks for coming in, Jay True. Over there from that Dirty Broke crowd. Thanks for coming in. Simple but Efficient says, "Yeah, why answer me this? Why does everyone talk about their gross but never net? Both are extremely important." I agree. And guess what? Both Cash and I both talk about net, and we both agree that this spouting this crap about 12 grand a week or $9 a mile, it's not the whole story. We would rather talk about net. I 100% agree with you. Talking about gross only is misleading, and might lead somebody into this when they're not getting the whole story. So is that good for them? I don't think so. I don't give out either of my numbers for my own personal reason. I wouldn't mind talking about gross, but I don't feel comfortable talking about my net in a public forum. A lot of people do. That's all right, but we all have our own reasons, and mine are
Right.
personal. So that's why I don't. What do you think about that, Cash? About gross versus net?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to hammer down a net as well. Everybody's nets. I don't know. I try to just give you an idea of the basics of what it the money in, the money out. It's easy to look good right now. Like every week is a freaking record week. It just it's simple right now. Like
Yes.
I don't know. It's like I started doing numbers. I don't know. I started putting them out about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. I was doing weekly recaps, and it's like I really don't even care for them anymore. There for a time I got behind on them, and I was like, is it now the time I just stopped doing it? Because it's like it's irrelevant at this point. The money is like you could take the worst business owner in the world, and they could probably get by in trucking right now. Like
Yeah.
it's not a whole lot of skill in it as far as running a business right now.
Well, let's be honest. I've neglected to say that honestly, some people don't know the difference, or they don't keep their numbers. They have no idea what their net is. I have a
Right.
video about knowing your numbers and keeping track of it. Hey, you got to. Like there's too many people throw their stuff in. They gross whatever as much as they can, throw their receipts in a shoebox, take them to the accountant, so you sort it out. That's not how you run a business. You got there goes 400 more subscribers. Thank you, appreciate it. But no, I agree. Simple but efficient. Thanks for bringing that up. Stephen Davis says Brookville is a huge player in the diesel equipment. We run underground in the coal mines. Yeah. George Wilson is having a deluxe capicola sandwich, or like Tony Soprano would say, a gabagool sandwich. Damn it, boy. Better bring some for the rest of us next time. Texas Trader says fleet 2018 Cascadias with 500,000 miles are going for $75K at select trucks in Houston. Putting an extended warranty on those trucks would really push it to stupid levels. That's what I'm saying. There will come a time when things will work out again. What I would rather have a fleet full of Cascadias, and that's not nothing against every other truck, but I like money, and I like good fuel mileage. But that will come when the time is appropriate. I imagine a lot of these guys. Well, one of them, he loves his Max so much he wants another one, but I imagine most of them will trade to a Cascadia when the pricing is appropriate. Sean says that is a huge 6 months. You're damn right it is, but you know what? He put the work in. The guy that paid his truck off in 6 months has done the right things. You know what? Most importantly, you know what he's done? The biggest thing? He listens when I tell him something. Doesn't sit there and argue. He says, I put my faith in you. Teach me some things. And when I do, he listens, and that's what he does. And that's the results. Put the work in and be willing to learn. That's what can happen. I mean, I'm happy for him. Happy for him. But always learn. It says Mac never let me down. Drove the wheels off R and CH models. Yeah, these are CXU 613s is what we got now. But what do you think, Cash? You're going to sell me that Freightliner when you're done with it, or what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, no, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the live to go off so I can call this Select Trucks about these 2018s for $75,000. I mean, if they've got them, let's buy them.
I've seen them I saw, what's the most stupid one I've seen? It was a 2018 with like 270,000 miles on it or something like that. They still wanted 92,000 for it. You are out of your mind. That is crazy. Yeah. I mean, it's relative,
you got their
though.
Email?
I'm sure it sold immediately before it hit the lot.
Yeah, they probably didn't even clean it, and it sold.
Yeah. Nomadic Brit says he's going to disclose his net because things are changing for me over the next weeks. Yeah, Nomadic Brit is in a race over. Great Freight Sage Logic is doing a contest for 10 weeks. Nomadic Brit is in it. I know that Nevada Trucking and Trails is in it. I think that Nomadic Trucker is in it, where they're going to see who can gross the most, and then they break it down for whoever netted the most and everything. So check that out. Good luck to all of them. Nomadic Brit, I'm counting on you to clean up. You're my new favorite here with the tanker and everything. So you go in there and clean house, and let us know how it goes. Everybody follow that. I'm interested to see that. Okay, Sean Fairman says, Cash, you take this one. Do you think these high used truck prices will stay up through 2022?
It depends on what the freight rates do. I got no crystal ball, but yeah, I mean that's the long and short of it. Rates are down, truck prices are down. You know, a lot of repos, a lot of fleets just turning and burning, and you know, they got these contracts on these new trucks, and they did, you know, they're going to get out of them at whatever price they can get out of them to get in the new ones, you know, and yeah, so it's long, you know, like you're not going to get cheap trucks and high rates. You know, like if you time it correctly, you can get a cheap truck, and then, you know, good rates will come a month or two down the road. But
well, I kind of feel like that's what I'm getting with these Macs that I'm buying. You know, obviously I said it's all money. The price is, you know, $40,000 for a truck with 450,000 miles on it. Is it a cheap truck? No, but I don't think you're going to find any better unless it's like a Pro Star with a Max Force, and you don't really want that. Our price is going to stay up. You know what? In a normal world, you can look and you say, okay, freight demand is this, truck availability is this. Here's what's forecast over the next 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. We don't live in a world right now where you can predict anything, really. I mean, yes, the really good people in Wall Street and this and that, but you know, we live in a world right now where freight could tank next week and prices could still remain very high. You know, that's a sign of, you know, an inflationary environment. This isn't just shortages and COVID and this. We're in an inflationary environment. And that's a hard prediction to make of what's going to happen with anything. I mean, you can go off, you judge it the best you can by the markets, availability, drivers. You know, you got to figure in autonomous trucks, you got to figure in all this stuff. But we live in a nonsensical world. So what, I mean, it's hard to plan for the next couple of weeks. All you can do is take it as it comes. Make the best decision you can at every moment you're making a decision, and don't worry about it, because nobody else really has anything up on you right now. Even the experts are wrong. You know, I don't know how you feel about that, Cash.
Yeah, crazy times. You know, just everything. Like you look around, I mean, all aspects, you know, not just trucking, but this country is in a weird place right now. Like, so yeah. Asian Mai's in the house. What's up, Asian Mai? How's it going? Mother truckers.
Wardrobe change. Wardrobe change. Quick. I always have that on standby. Where? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. Wait, my comments are way behind.
I haven't seen you move that fast ever.
You've never seen me at the buffet, my friend.
Ah, okay.
Come on, it's full contact buffet time.
When that little old lady with the walker starts to move up there, you just wham right in front of her, right?
You damn right. You damn right. Check this out. I still got the sticker on my official Asian Mai hat. Where's Asian Mai? Everybody's got to subscribe to this channel. He's over there killing it, putting out 7 videos a day for us, trying to help us out.
I'm pretty sure everybody's already subscribed to him. He's got like 120,000 subscribers now, man. He is killing it.
Like every truck driver except for 6 in the country are subscribed to Asian Mai. Good. Man's putting the work in. Good for him. And he's trying to help people. Where did I go wrong here? Where did this get derailed on me? Simple Buddy Fishing says, look at the stock market. Everyone on YouTube now is a guru when picking stocks. Easy to look good when nearly every stock is on a run. You're absolutely right. And
That's so true.
we've talked about that too. And the same in trucking. You know, what is there, 7,000 YouTube trucking channels? And we all look
Yeah.
like a genius right now. You know, we talk about that all the time. You know, we talk
Oh,
about that
yeah.
with Sage Logic and what I'm trying to do, and Eric is trying to do, Sage Logic, and what Cashier is trying to do, is prepare people for when things kind of turn around, so you can still be here. You know, set yourself up. The smart ones, the smart money, the smart drivers, you're setting yourself up now for when things turn around. Because when things turn, you're going to see a lot of help me. Like, remember last year when all these truck drivers went to Washington, help me. We want you help us with the rates. Help me with this. Help me with that. Well, now guess what? When rates are like they are, these businesses are now, and I know this for a fact, spending billions of dollars to send lobbyists to Washington to this supply chain task force to get this under control so they don't have to pay these rates. And you're going to be sorry. You know, if you can do that, they can do it too. And guess what? They're the ones with all the money. You know what? OIDA is not your friend. They're not on your side. The ATA is not on your side. Guess what? NASTC is not on your side. You have nobody with any kind of money on your side. So, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Am I in favor of it? Hell no. I don't want them to do it. But hey, Trucker's assistant coach says these guys are brilliant. Thank you, coach. I'm starting to think, I don't know about that guy. Nomadic Brit says he follows his business daily. That's what you got to do, my friend. That's what you got to do. Dell User says, how about Volvos? I like the newer Volvos. I just had to. No, we won't talk about that. Recently had a bad experience with a Volvo, and it's very unfortunate. But it was an older one. I will say that it was an older Volvo. But they're not bad trucks. Mac is very similar to a Volvo. You know, they have same engine, same transmission with the I-Shift and the M drive are the same chassis, different electrical, different programming. So that is the difference between the two. They do not have access to each other's programming. So if you need your ECM programmed on a Mac, you cannot go to a Volvo dealer and do it unless they're also a Volvo Mac.
Huh, that's unusual.
Yeah. Oh Lord says, what do you think about ATBS for keeping your records and taxes? I do not like it. I am not in favor of sending your paperwork across the country. If you're going to do it, definitely photocopy everything before you send it, or have a digital copy of everything before you send it. Plus, in my opinion, if you're sitting down with somebody for taxes, you want a face-to-face, man. You want to know if they're full of it. You want to know if they know what they're talking about. You want to be able to hold them accountable, and you want to have clear and concise communication with that person, because guess what? If they're doing your taxes and they screw up, you're still the one that goes to jail or pays the fine. They are not responsible. Did you know that the courts say that an accountant or a CPA cannot be held accountable for mistakes on your tax return because they are not a tax attorney? They are not presumed to know the law, even though they sit for an exam, for a very extensive exam. They are not a tax attorney. What do you think about sending your taxes across the country there, Cash?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a plan, you know. I'm very fortunate to have the same person doing my taxes before I even got into trucking. Same person doing them all the way through. Just so happened her husband and her son are both owner operators, so you know, it's kind of just worked out that way. So I got lucky in that sense, but you know, I try to make things very simple. You know, I like to know my numbers, so everything's calculated. You know, I just kind of send it in because she knows all the little you know, ins and outs, but for the most part, it's all calculated before it gets there.
Yeah, I'm very happy with my tax person. They're very knowledgeable about trucking, and I'm just very, very helpful. Nevada Trucking Trail says, ballpark, how much was the loan balance on the truck? I assume you're talking about the one that was paid off in 6 months. It was all said and done, the loan balance with interest, $41,000. So that's what it was. He wants to know realistically, $190,000 running team payoff, guess and recommendation. You know, that's subject to number one. What are you getting paid? What's your rate? Paying off $190,000 truck at $1 a mile? Well, that's going to take a long time. Paying it off at $1.80 a mile, big difference. What level of sacrifices do you want to make? How much do you go home? What's your personal life look like? What's the interest rate? And then you got to look at your variable costs. What's your fuel economy? That can eat up. That could be running team. Man, running team at 8 miles a gallon cash versus running team at 5.5. What's the dirty math on that?
Big difference, probably.
So at $3 a gallon divided by 5.5, 54.5. So call it 55 cents a mile. $3 a gallon at 8 miles a gallon is 37.5. So 55 minus 37. Okay, 18 cents a gallon difference. No, 18 cents a mile, right? 18 cents a mile difference. What do you think a team's going to run in a month? 20,000 miles?
Yeah. Let's say 240, 250 a year.
That's $3,600 a month in fuel difference between 8 miles a gallon and 5.5 times 12. $43,200. Let's say you do that for over a 5. How long you suppose the loan is on that truck? 6 years, 7 years?
190,000. I'd say 5 at least on 190,000.
That's $216,000 more in fuel you're going to spend over 5 years. I ain't mad at you, but I hope that you love that truck. I mean, that's a free truck. That's another truck like you just bought. You spent in fuel, and I hope that answer doesn't make you mad. You asked, so I'm doing the quick and dirty, and that's quick and dirty math.
Yeah, that's I've brought that up as far as fuel economy and stuff before in videos. I drive a Cascadia just for the simple fact of if I run a fuel efficient truck for 10 years versus, like, don't get me wrong, I would love to have a W900, chrome sitting everywhere, but
you won't have it. It'll have you.
At the end of the day, if I run this fuel efficient truck for 10 years, it's like getting a free beach house. I mean, at $200,000, because you basically double, like they're running teams. So if I run it solo, that's about the same as 10 years versus 5 years.
And I want to talk about that for a second, because I talk about this all the time, and people don't. My average watch time on my videos isn't that long, so people never make it to the end apparently. But I talk about this all the time. It's just math, right? So that $216,000, if you do that, average that out, what was it 4 times? It comes out to, in 20 years, that comes out to $864,000. Driving truck is literally $1 million decision. What kind of truck you buy is literally $1 million decision. You're driving your whole retirement. We do this to make money, right? And that's just principle. Say you take that $864,000 over this course of 20 years and just put it in a 5% whatever. That's your whole. Who can't use an extra like 1.3 million, right? I'm not that proud. Like, I like pretty things. I do. I have a pretty wife. I have pretty hat. I'm pretty, maybe. No, but anyway. Who can't use an extra 1.3 million? And they're literally, that's just for one decision, right? Not talking about the insurance is higher, blah 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 blah, whatever. Driving, well, it doesn't matter. We don't even need to talk about the other things. Just that one decision can set your life up, enormously. That's how important it is. Not that trucking is easier and this is easy, but that's how easy it is. You just make that one decision right. Now, is there other things? Is there maintenance? Is there? Yeah. But start there. Even if I'm half wrong, it's $700,000. I guess that's what can you really buy with $700,000?
You could buy a used Freightliner. Maybe
this year. Maybe right now. Maybe not next year. I
haven't checked the price on them lately. Maybe they've went up.
That's right.
You could get a used glider kit,
Oh, no, you didn't.
maybe.
Stephen Davis says, are banks actually lending at these inflated prices? They are, but they're making it very hard. I've just dealt with this 4 different times, okay, trying to get driver's finance for trucks. So these trucks are horribly inflated, right? And the banks aren't stupid. They know that in a year and 2 years, this house of cards is going to fold. This doesn't go on forever or whatever. But they're smarter than we are. They have all the money. So what they're doing is making you equalize that equity at purchase. So the last 4 guys we tried to get financed, the bank has wanted between 40 and 60% down with good credit and with a good down payment, 40 to 60% down. So they're no dummies. They want that equity equalized at purchase because guess what? When that
Right.
truck gets turned back in, they ain't going to get their money. It's not going to get equalized then. They're not eating this.
Right.
They're not stupid. And yes, that's what's going on. That's legit. I know that firsthand. So it's hard to get. It's hard, especially if you're a first-time buyer. It's hard to get somebody into a truck right now.
Yeah.
I would never recommend this, but it might come to the point where, and we've talked about this, where you have to go to a mega carrier if you want a truck, lease purchase that truck and buy the truck out and leave with it. I mean, that might be your way to get a truck.
Yeah, you're talking like go to like a Schneider Finance and
I don't know. I hate to see it come
me-
to that.
yeah, to me that strategy, I think with those payments and that situation, at what point does being an owner operator just not worth it? You know,
Exactly.
like when I can go to these companies that are paying 60 cents a mile now,
Yeah.
W2, I seen some 80 cents a mile, 1099s. Like at what point, if I'm paying $1,000 a week on a truck note, at what point am I just go do something like that?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and that's
so
on top of a normal interest rate at between 23 and 28%. That's what these guys are wanting.
Yeah, I can believe it. I know a guy that's he's bought and paid off a couple dump trucks, and he's trying to finance a W900 right now, and it's yeah, I mean, like the banks are just same thing. He's trying to get $100,000 truck, and he's paid off dump trucks that have cost way more than that. Like $180,000 dump trucks.
Yeah.
Got good business credit, and I think he told me U.S. Bank was quoting him like 18% interest.
Damn.
On $100,000 W900. So
that's 1980 interest rates. I remember when I was a kid and we moved to a different farm, grew up on a farm, and my dad bought this farm. The interest rate was 18%. That was when Jimmy Carter was president. And, when Reagan came in, he got interest rates down, but that's what rates were back then. 18%, 20%. That's just how it was. We've been very fortunate. Everybody's, from time to time been upset with interest rates in the country, but for the last 40 years, we've had very, very reasonable interest rates. We're going to go through a period of high interest rates again. It's sometimes that's what they have to do to reel in inflation. And if inflation keeps going the way it is, how do you deal with that? You got to take money back out of the economy. And the way that the Fed does that is raise interest rates. The fact that they're not doing it by saying that we're not seeing inflation is a bold-faced lie.
Yeah, are you sure the Federal Reserve is aware of how economics works these days?
They're about as federal as Federal Express.
Yeah,
Federal
that's
Reserve.
what I was thinking.
They have nothing to do with the government. Who else we got here? Asian Maya in the house. Thanks for coming in. Crackers McScallywag in the house says genius.
Oh,
there's a new name.
Possibly the best name. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
hey, everybody hit that like button too while we're talking about.
Everybody hit the like button, and we're trying to get Cash is King to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the live chat tonight. So we may be doing 18-hour James Best live chat. But by God, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it
Hey,
happen.
I'm up one subscriber since we
Hey.
started.
That's what I do for you, my friend.
And everybody check out my second channel over there, Trucking with Diabetes. Check that out.
That's right.
Check that out if you would.
Let me just throw cash. Drop your link. Can you go ahead and drop your link in the chat?
Yeah, I can drop some links. I can drop some links. Hey, you know, I was watching a live feed earlier on YouTube, and there was a guy in there talking about he was doing a lease purchase at a mega carrier. I believe it was Pam Transport, and he said he gets no fuel discounts over there.
That's a big company.
You know, well, like they keep it. You know what they're doing. Like,
yeah.
You know, right there in the Western Express contract, they say we give you a dime no matter what we get.
Damn.
You know, you're getting a dime of whatever we get. And so, do you know any ways for people to save on fuel?
I do. MUDFLAP. Download the MUDFLAP app. Drop your MUDFLAP code. Go ahead and do that. And save on no fuel card, no credit check. Download it and use it in about 2 minutes. Good prices too, by the way. Good prices.
I bought fuel at Casey's General Store in Farmer City earlier today. 20 cents off a gallon. And let's see, $3 even. $3 even was the price on that in Illinois.
It's not a bad price in Illinois. George Wilson says M-Drive is moron drive, same as a Volvo iShift, idiot shift. Oh, snap. Nomad Trucker is getting 7.6 miles per gallon in a classic. I love them old classics, man. I'd love to find me a couple like Freightliner classics or FLDs in really good shape. And I think that would be a good YouTube series, is to buy one of those and just tear it apart and rebuild it from the ground up. That'd be kind of awesome. Maybe someday that'll happen. Probably not.
Yeah, FLD. I think you should do cab over.
Yeah.
That seems to be all the rage these days.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Nomad Trucker says it's not just what kind of truck, it's how you drive that truck. Any real trucker knows that. You're absolutely right. What I read, the driver can make as much as like 30% difference in fuel economy. I would say it's probably even more than that. You know, Nevada Truck and Chill says your 2290 video was good. I wish I would have watched that before reading the instructions and filling out myself. Just popped in. Any recommendations afterwards, of course. Just make sure you did it right. Government don't play. Make sure you got that right. It's easier to pay somebody else to do it than do it wrong. So definitely make sure you get that one right. And everybody make sure you get your 2290s in. It's that time of year. $550. You got to do it every year if you're leased to a carrier. Check with them, see if they're doing it for you. Wow. Oh, Joe Gampa in the house. Welcome in, Joe. Simple but Efficient says 330,000 miles on a Cascadia are going for $115,000 right now if you're lucky. My gosh.
Lock it down.
How many miles you got on that Freightliner, Cash?
Hang on a second. I'm trying to get my money together. I got to put a deposit down on that truck he's talking about. Whew. You know that thing will be sold for sundown if I don't put a deposit on it.
Wow.
I just cracked 600 on this one.
So what do you think it's worth? 80, 90,000?
Oh man, I wish. I've been looking at a Columbia for sale. So yeah, if I could get 80 for this one, I'd sell this one and buy that.
Wow. Keltarusu Travel says, how about SBA loans? I don't know. I've never applied for an SBA loan. I don't like doing business with the government. They don't. If Tony Soprano was still alive, I'd probably more likely borrow money from him. At least he's honest about his terms. Damn it. Nomad Trucker says you have no control of your business at mega carriers. You're absolutely right. That's why I say buy it and leave. Buy the truck and leave if you can. Cash is King said, I have done that, survived it, and now making great money, sir. Good deal. What?
Yeah, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying at what point is it are you chasing? You know, like, because let's face it, if that's the only way you can do it and you're destined to be an owner operator, hey man, more power to you. I'm just saying, like, as long as you acknowledge you're overpaying for that truck and you're willing to overpay for that truck.
Acknowledge what? Acknowledge what? Come on with it.
Acknowledge your value for
there
sure.
You have it. Cha-ching, my friend. Cha-ching. Oh, Nomadic Brit wants to call in. Let me tell you something about, you're new to the DIY semi channel, Nomadic Brit. Let me tell you something. I am as technologically savvy as a bullfrog. Okay. These contraptions right here puzzle me. I dig out my adding machine and show you, but I don't know how to do that. Someday I'm hope to, but maybe I should just drop the link. Let me know, Nomadic Brit. Maybe we can bring you in for a minute. Drop the link if you want. Fate Trucking, $15 super chat. I appreciate that. Everybody, make sure you tip your host and stop on over to Cash is King and shower him with praise and super chats in his live streams. That's awesome. He's works hard at it and at entertaining y'all. That's nuts. I would love to be an owner operator, but being company driver is my game, I guess, for now. Yeah, save up. You'll get there. Link Sphinx says there's no location in Tennessee for MUDFLAP. Do you know if that's true, Cash?
Go down a couple comments. I got him.
Oh, there he goes.
They're all in the Knoxville area.
6 MUDFLAP locations in Tennessee. There you go. And he dropped the promo code. Use that. You'll get some free fuel if you use that promo code. B-Rad says, try your local credit union for financing. Bought my first truck last December, $43,000, $3,000 down payment, and 3.25 for 60 months. You are absolutely right, B-Rad. That is what I do, but a lot of them won't touch a truck. It's one of the more risky loans, especially for a first-time buyer. But that is, if I need to finance a truck or something, that's what I do. You're right. You're right on the money. Credit union over a bank all day, every day, if you ask me. 36 likes. Everybody hit that like button.
Yeah, the guy that's trying to get the W900 that's paid off the dump trucks, U.S. Bank quoted him 18% and really didn't even want to do it. I think they were wanting 30. They wanted about 30 grand down on that as well, and his credit union got it done for. I think he told me his credit union got it done for like 8 or 9%. Basically half the interest.
Yeah, I'm still getting. I just financed a trailer at 3.7%, which I could have got lower if I'd have gone a shorter term, but I decided to just bring it down a little bit.
Right.
So you can still get it. It's hard as a first-time buyer. George Wilson says, buy a reconditioned Freightliner from Freightliner. They're sending them back to the factory. Oh, I just lost it. And refurbish them. Where are they doing that, George Wilson? Tell me, and like to steer people in that direction because that's a good plan. I just haven't seen where that's happening. I'd like to know myself. Maybe I'm interested in that. Drop your link to Trucking with Diabetes. Nevada says, did you do that?
Yeah.
All right. Keltarusa Travel says hashtag damn it boy.
Yes,
that's right.
Sure. Everybody check out hashtag damn it boy. I put that on a lot of my videos.
Okay. George Wilson says call your local Freightliner dealer and see if they have that factory refurbish program that started back in the 90s. Okay. Definitely. I know you can go. I've looked into it for my Columbia. At least this was about 5 years ago. I could send it up to a place in Portland, Oregon, I think it was, and get a complete refurbish on it. What they do is they order a new cab per your VIN number, so it'll come identical to what your VIN number was. They pull your cab off. While that's off, they can do whatever needs to be done. They run all new wiring harnesses, all new airline routing, relays, all that, brake cans, brakes, rears, transmission if you want, engine if you want, remanufacture, refurbish, whatever you want done. Do all that, paint it, slap your new cab back on for like $80,000. The cab itself was like 42. So without the cab, you know, you got a whole lot of options.
Right. That's a chunk of change, though. But I mean,
In today's world, that's
you're getting a
reasonable
lot
though.
for it. Yeah.
Especially if you got a good truck, like my truck, pre-emissions. You know, theoretically, that truck could go a very, very long time. I think that's a real practical thing to do, honestly.
Yeah, the wiring is the thing that gets me on a lot of these. You know,
Yeah.
when people talk about buying an older truck, you know, they're like, "Oh, you know, I could get the engine rebuilt," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's one aspect of what could go wrong." You know,
Yeah.
like
That wiring can be bad. I dealt with that on a truck. I can eat you up.
yeah. I mean, let me tell you, paying $120 to $180 an hour for a guy to chase down a loose wire is it's a rough way to live your life.
Yeah, but with that new cab and everything, it would literally have all new wiring.
Right.
So that's the,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a lot
yeah,
of money, but you're getting a lot for it.
Exactly. Crackers Mix Scallywag says, "Tip your host, you some bitches."
I'm starting to like this guy more and more.
Me too. And new to the chat, but I love him. If I don't know, man or woman, whatever. Cassius King super chat. Thank you, sir. So check out Trucking with Diabetes. Everybody go subscribe to Cassius King Trucking. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's my brother right there.
Yeah. And hey, just so everybody knows, the way I did that is there's a little $sign button down here. You click that, fill in your credit card information, and magic happens.
There you go. And anybody in here with a YouTube channel is welcome to drop their link. You go right ahead. Nomadic Brit, you drop your link in the chat if you like. He says, "I'll do anything to promote yourselves, as you are the people we meet." That's right. Jackknife TV says 20,000 down on a $50,000 international Lone Star. International was 23% interest. I was approved, and then suddenly their underwriters came back a week later and asked for $15,000 more. So 35,000 down on a $50,000. Do they understand if you have $35,000 down? Like at that, okay, so a 15 basically be borrowing $15,000 at 23%. You're better off to put it on a credit card. Oh, that hurts me to say that. Oh, it makes my brain hurt to say that. But you can get these credit card balance transfers for 0% for what, 2 years? You pay off 15 grand in 6 months. Screw them if you got that much to put down. Not saying you should do that, but I mean, at that point, the numbers make more sense, don't they?
That is craziness. Like, do they not understand they make money by loaning money?
Yes.
Like, if
Yes.
like, yeah, you're getting a stupid interest rate, but at the same time, like, you're only loaning out, $15 grand.
Like,
wow. Yeah, that's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah, Trucker Talk Network says credit union is the way to go for finance, but call and find out if they have transportation in their charter. I was with a non-charter credit union, and all of a sudden they needed a new loan. Yeah, some of them don't have commercial vehicles in their charter. You have to check on that. Nomadic Brit says he came to the USA with a 0 rating and have made it big now. I imagine he must mean credit rating. Well, welcome. You're sounds like a hardworking, productive member of society. Those are the kinds of people we want coming here, not the ones that are coming here to suck the system dry. So we appreciate you. Trucker Talk says everything in a truck can be replaced. Cab, frame, everything. You're right. You're absolutely right. You just have to measure it out at a certain point. It's probably not worth it. I mean, if you have an old 1987 Freightliner, whatever, FLD with 3 million miles on it, it's probably worth $5,000. Does it make sense to replace a couple frame rails for 10 grand? Maybe not. Maybe it does. Maybe it's still the best truck on the road. I don't know, but still debt free. Just saying.
Yeah. I think if you've got one of those trucks that too much control, Ride
I
that
don't know
baby
what you
into
said,
the
but I can't help but
sunset.
agree. Yep. Well said. Well said. I don't know what it was, but you said it well. You went a little robot there, my friend. Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back. Simple but efficient says credit union is good for loans and business accounts. Good place to do business with. You're right. You're right. And get to know a person there. Get to know a person. I've built a great relationship with my commercial lender from the credit union. All I have to do is call and tell him what I need, and he makes it happen nowadays, which is really nice. Freight Trucking says you might have to look into those refurbished Freightliners. It sounds like the best thing ever. I just never heard of it. Gonna have to probably do some checking around. Nomadic Brick says hit that like button. Good advice. Good advice. Pop Stevens in the house. What's the best tires, steers, and drives? Man, you're trying to stir something up. Damn it, boy.
Yeah, that's a trigger conversation right there.
Woo! That's like saying, hey, is Freightliner better than Peterbilt? Come on. Best tires?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Whatever. Obviously Michelin's are great tires. These days I'm loving on Yokohama, man, because I'm getting killer pricing on my Yokohamas, and the rolling resistance is great. Had no problems, no issues. So that's what I'm loving on these days is Yokohamas. What about you?
We all agree on Alcoa rims. Let's start there. Let's get a place we agree.
No, Accuride. No. You're wrong. You're wrong, and your mother is. I can't say nothing bad about your mother. I love your mother.
Let me tell you, here. I'm the type of guy that buys the best price tire at the time. Certain, I don't buy off-brand stuff, but yeah, Yokohama's doing really well. I put a set. So basically, my drive. On front, the Yokohama.
Dropping gems and we can't hear none of it. Try that again. We hear you now.
Okay. But anyway, Bridgestones and Yokohama's back there, and those Bridgestones are wearing down a lot faster. So yeah, and put Firestones on the steers. Can you hear me?
How's that working out?
Am I still here?
Yeah. How's the Firestones on the steers working out?
Very well. Very well. I actually had to go look it up because I thought I'd put the number in wrong when I put it in my spreadsheet of when I bought them. These things got 100,000 miles on them and they look brand new. Like, yeah, I'm impressed.
Wow. Yeah, I'm. That's awesome. I'm loving the Yokos and rubbing it on steers, trailer, drives. What else? I just put a set of Bridgestones on a trailer. I don't know. I tell you, I gotta take this Asian my hat off. It's choking my brain. I'm gonna have bruises. Hold on. Damn, that is the tightest hat I've ever had in my life, and I got it all the way out. It's got that stiff rim on it.
Yeah,
I love Asian my though. I gotta rock the Asian my hat. But yeah, Trucker Style Sean in the house. Thanks for coming in. Everybody check out Trucker Style Sean. That's a good channel. Look at that picture of that Purdy FLD right there. Is that a classic? I think that's a classic. Check that out. Drop your link in the chat if you like Trucker Style Sean. Appreciate you coming in. Jackknife says most of the trucks I buy are cash trucks, but the problem is drivers want newer trucks. And in my opinion, newer trucks cost me more money in the long run. I can't disagree with that. But there's a real thing called driver retention.
yeah.
We all know that. So you got to weigh it out. Maybe talk to them, have them hypnotized to understand that the older trucks will leave them, are less likely to leave them probably broke down on the side of the road looking for a tow truck. But hey, Nomad Truck says we have enough of our own system suckers. That's right. We need some of them people more people like the Nomad Brit to come on in and make a business in this country. Stephen Days says these bank terms tell me they anticipate a lot of failure in the near future, and that alone should be a huge red flag on what's come. Yes, they are smart people. They do not build a 50-story skyscraper in Manhattan and Nashville because they're stupid people. They don't, they're smart people. They know what's going to happen before you do. And most of the times, hey, let's be honest, they're the ones making it happen because they profit from a boom, they profit from a bust. Especially like Goldman Sachs and Bank of America and Citi. They make money if you win or lose. So they position themselves well. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's the key to it. Like, what happens to you does not matter to them. They're making their money either way.
You damn right.
They don't need you or us, I should say.
That's right. Texas Trader says too many days of labor costs will kill a lot of refurb projects. Yeah, you're right. I always thought it would be nice to have like a 1995 or 97 FLD or Classic or something where I can just buy it for $5,000, put it in a shed, and just work on it when you can, and be a kind of a project. But got enough of those, as you'll all soon find out. Trucker Style Sean says he loves $5,000 trucks. Yeah, they're getting hard. I tell you what, them $5,000 trucks are probably $20,000 trucks nowadays. Don't you think, Cash? Everything's a mint price.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what
getting hard to.
Yeah, I can't imagine what kind of shape a $5,000 truck would be in these days. A couple years ago, you could buy a $5,000 truck, probably stick 10 into it and have a really nice truck. But nowadays, it'd probably just be a rolling heap because that same truck's probably $20,000 because they can get it.
You probably can't get the cab off a truck for $5,000 these days.
Yeah, or windshield. Jackknife says, I think a lot of banks think the trucking market is going to fall out and they're going to be stuck with a lot of bad debt. Yes, that's why they're trying to equalize it at purchase with these huge down payments and interest rates. They're trying to get their money up front because, yes, they do know. It's just all you got to do is look back historically. It happens. Every boom has a bust. And the bigger the boom, the badder the bust. Wow, that was poetic.
Yeah. Put that on a t-shirt.
I need some t-shirts. My wife made these t-shirts all by herself.
Yeah, I got one of those. I got one of those.
I know. I need a Cash is King t-shirt, or I'm gonna boycott pretty soon if I don't get me a Cash is King t-shirt.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to break down and just have somebody else make those for me. I've been trying to get the old lady to make those for about 3 months now, and it ain't working.
Yeah. Nomadic Brit says hit the thumbs up. Thank you, sir.
52 in the house. That's a pretty good crowd.
Jackknife says Kumos are a great buy and they last just as long as anybody else. I don't know what that means. You know what that means? KUMOS? Do you know what that is?
Kumos. The Kumo tires?
Oh, yeah. Kumo. Yeah, those are good tires. Yeah. These imports, yeah, they're good tires. And let's be honest, most of the domestic tires are made overseas now too, so.
Yeah.
There's that.
I believe my Bridgestones are made in Japan. So.
Yeah, and Yokos are made in Thailand.
Okay.
There you go. Fate Trucking just put a set of Yokos on his steers a couple of months ago, and he's very happy with them. Nomad says Bridgestone steers and Michelin energy drives. That's a pretty efficient setup you got there. Aaron W says, damn, I'm late. Aaron W, there's a late fee for that. It's just like at Lineage Logistics, 5 minutes late is $120, and we go from there. So we got the cash apps on the bottom of the screen here. You know the routine.
Cash apps, super chats,
Yeah. Oh, Kelly's Kitchen in the house. Everybody check out Kelly's Kitchen. If you like to eat, you need to watch that channel. If you like food. George Wilson says something.
I do like to eat.
I could tell. You like to strap on feedback. I like to chill with my Japanese businessmen partners here in the spa when I'm not on the road. Someday you will own General GTs. They are the creme de la creme of tires. Really? I've not owned a set of Generals. We could try that. Trucker Style Sean says you keep the truck mechanically sound and pay the driver right. I haven't had a problem getting drivers. A lot of guys will understand that if you explain it to them. Like a lot of the older trucks, you're less likely to break down if you maintain it. Obviously, like you said,
Right.
a lot of trucks on hooks because of emission problems. Oh my God, Aaron W says back in November when he was looking to buy an SBA-backed bank wanted 50% down on a used truck. Yeah, I've experienced as much as 60% down. They wanted from a guy with like a 760 credit score. Truck Style Sean says that FLD truck, and I'm all in for 10K so far. Nice. This truck right here in the picture? Damn. I bet you that bumper alone and that visor was $3-4 grand.
He was doing a challenge over there. I think it was to build a truck for 10 grand.
Wow. Nice. I've seen that in some videos. Nice. Where did I leave off? What happened? Where is everybody? Why am I here?
A super chat.
Where that super chat? Damn it, boy. Aaron W. Put the rest. Thank you, sir. I was joking, but appreciate it. Put the rest on my tab. Thank you. $5 super chat. Aaron W says, 50% down. We got that. Nomad wants to know we can get a DIY t-shirt. There is only about 3 known to exist. I have one. Cash has one, and I think I might have a third one. I have to get merch. You got any merch? How do I get merch?
No. The only thing I got with Cassius King on it is my 2-year-old has a shirt with Cassius King on it, and which is great for marketing, because he hangs out with, at the truck stop, at the counter talking about back in my day, I used to run down Mont Eagle, without a Jake brake, hauling, 50,000 pounds of logs.
What's the 2-year-old doing hanging out at the fuel desk?
Just flirting with the clerks.
Yeah, he's a player. I do know that. So how do you get merch? How do I get what? I gotta have something clever. I don't have anything clever. Like I need somebody with an eye for design. I mean, I have some sayings. I have some sayings I can put on the shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the guys that sell merch on YouTube, I hear they lose money on it. Like it's more expensive than, and then plus the shipping, you actually end up losing money on it.
Yeah, unless you get that Teespring deal. I don't know what you got to do to get that Teespring deal. Where it shows underneath your channel, like where you can sell shirts. I guess I'm not at that level yet.
Okay.
On YouTube.
Yeah, me neither. Probably start a membership. Should start a membership. I guess got nothing. I got nothing. I'm inclined to give it all away for free like a dummy. Nomad Trucker says my wife has a store for shirts and tumblers. She makes mine. I'll have to check that out. Definitely check that out. Chris Bryant in the house says hope you had a great weekend. It was all right. It was pretty good. Rained all weekend here. All rainy. Trucking with Cliff in the house says I put Yokohamas on my steers when I get ready to put my drives on. That's what's going on in the back also. Okay. I like the what do I got on my steers? The RY617, I think. Or no, TY617 on the drives, the 517 MC squareds, I think. But they have a more fuel efficient one now. I think it's a 712 or 722.
Now, on the drives, do you go more straight line or do you go for open shoulders? What are we talking about here?
Closed shoulder. Closed shoulder. Open shoulders.
Closed.
More rolling resistance. Straight line drive.
Yeah,
all the way.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
But you don't get that grippy action in the winter with that closed shoulder.
That's right. You just drive a little different. You got super singles, so you're probably a little bit more squirrely in the winter, aren't
you? No. Get better traction with super singles.
All right. All right. David Edwards is having baked Italian chicken and fried zucchini and squash for dinner. Damn it. Hashtag damn it, boy. That sounds like a good dinner. That's my kind of dinner right there. We going to see something like that on Trucking with Diabetes?
Probably not. I'm a pretty simpleton in the truck, you know. Throw a piece of meat in a pan and go with it.
All right. George Wilson says his dad hates Firestones. In 71, he had a blowout on a tractor at work and a blowout on the 71 Ford wagon. Coincidence? We didn't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, remember years, not that long ago, was it 15 years ago when Ford had all those Broncos, or not Broncos, Explorers? Those were Firestones with all the blowouts and people were rolling over. That was a Firestone issue.
Yeah, that was about 20. That was like the mid '90s, wasn't it? That was probably about 25 years ago or so.
Damn, seems like where does time go? I don't know. Seems like 3 weeks ago. Jackknife says YouTube has a partnership with a t-shirt maker. You can make money off t-shirts also. Okay, I just got to come up with something clever to put on it.
Well, see, I'm working on 2 strategies for my shirts right now. One, I'm going to put Supreme Trucker on there, you know, like that Supreme brand that, you know, they put their logo on everything. I'm just going to copy them till I get the cease and desist. It seems like things are going really well for them. And 2, anything that I put Cash is King on, I'm going to charge like minimum $80 for a t-shirt. You know, I want to be like the Apple of trucking t-shirts. You know, I want to be the prestigious, you know, like you know, the quality brand, you know, if you will. So when you see someone with a Cash is King t-shirt, you know they paid through the nose for it, and you got to respect them for it.
Now, are you ironically only going to take credit cards for your Cash is King t-shirt?
No, Bitcoin only. Bitcoin only. We don't pay taxes over here. No.
All right. Awesome. We pay all our taxes over here.
I need that. I need you to shoot that Bitcoin over to my offshore account if you could, please. Pay me through my Nigerian servers.
I'm only going to make merch if I can put Hall & Oates on the front of the t-shirt, just like in the thumbnail here.
I say you can sell 100 of those, no problem.
That thumbnail makes me so happy.
I don't know.
Terry Hole wants to know if fuel prices are going up. Are they going up? What's up? What's going on?
Fuel prices, oh baby, they're going to go all the way up. I expect your big IFTA states like Pennsylvania. I mean, what's Pennsylvania at right now? Close to $4 a gallon right now, right?
Something like that.
You know, we're all over 4. I'm expecting by the end of the year we'll probably be in the ballpark of 5 a gallon in those states.
Damn,
California,
I don't want to live in
California, Illinois, Pennsylvania, you know, New York, states like, you know, big IFTA states. We're going to be pushing 5.
Yeah, I don't want to live like that. I need my cheap dollar store items to survive. That fuel goes up to what are they? They're gonna have to change the name of the stores. The dollar store, the 99-cent store, Dollar General. What are they gonna call themselves?
I don't know. You've been in the you've been in the Dollar General lately. Ain't nothing in there $1 anymore.
I know.
Like
misleading. About to file a class action lawsuit. If you're in, are you in?
Yes, and I hear the Dollar Tree is going to start charging $1.50 for some things in there. So,
ain't right.
You know.
Trucker Style Sean says the bumper and the visor on this very truck are homemade ABS plastic and Eastwood liquid chrome paint. Brilliant. Looks like $1 million.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Throw some JB. Just all it's missing is JB Weld. All it's missing.
Oh,
JB
man.
Weld.
That That is a great idea. Great idea. I'm
Yeah.
all about flashing paint, flashing tape, and chrome paint. Like
They have these
I like
chrome paints now.
mad respects. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. We found a paint. My wife found a paint. She's into crafting and stuff. She found a paint where she took an old window and sprayed this paint on it, and it turns a window into a chalkboard. And you can write on it with chalk. It's just like a doggone chalkboard. I'm like, that's some
Yeah, you can get
wizardry
that in
kind
a
of stuff.
roll and paint it on your kids' walls and stuff.
It's too close to Harry Potter world, if you ask me. The wizardry.
You know, have you seen Hogan, the big company Hogan?
You're going robot again, my man. Going robot. I'll burn through some comments while you're getting her back. Terry Hull says, or David Edwards says, as long as we are depending on other countries instead of using our own oil, we will have to pay. Yeah, weren't we largely off of foreign oil here just in the recent past? If I remember right, maybe I'm ill-informed, but I think largely we were off of foreign oil. Nomad Trucker says $10K for teetering, but if they want complete control, don't do it. I must have missed something. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Gary Bates says I could always do a pumpkin truck on a shirt. I could do that. I've always had an idea that someday I'd turn my truck into the General Lee, get a nice, better orange paint job on it, and turn it into the General Lee. Rims and all. That'd be so cool, but I'd probably get sued. Daisy Duke would probably sue me. I think I could take her in a fight, though. Well, I saw her recently. I wouldn't tangle with her. Just saying. Stephen Davis says the t-shirt has to say hashtag acknowledge your value. Can I steal that from you, or is that going on your shirt, Cash? We got your back?
Acknowledge your value is open. That's open source. Anyone can have it. That.
All right. Jackknife says he does a lot of trucking in the Northeast, and I always go to open shoulder. The cost for the pullout equals any better percentage, I would say, with fuel mileage. Okay. Oh, is he saying for traction? I think he's what he's saying. I get it. Nomad Trucker has super singles. Aaron W says, I got me the Michelin XDN2s for drive. About time to get some steers. What do you recommend? I don't know. I like the Michelins. Cash here is saying he's got some Firestones that are doing good. Michelin's makes a great steer tire. Most importantly, make sure you got a good alignment, good balance. You can make any tire last a long time, but for rolling resistance, that's a whole nother consideration. Michelin, what are they? XZ8 Energies. Good rolling resistance. I like the. Oh, we got a brother back here. Let me bounce him back in. You there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh, KT with a $25 super chat.
Value. Nice.
She said, KT said,
buy some
vitamins so we can grow our mullets like Daryl and John. All right, I could grow my hair in the back long. This hair up here on top has gone bye-bye. What about you? I got a similar hairstyle to you. I just hide it with a hat. I think this Asian my hat might have put a squash on the last of the hair I had up there. That's all good.
I do not want John Oates' hair. I'm sure he goes through pillowcases like with the amount of product in that hair.
Mine is his natural flowing locks. I don't know if you can tell. That's natural. That's all natural right there.
Yeah,
I gotta get me a wig like that. I gotta get me a wig like that. Damn, that's honestly that's the best I've ever looked right there. I'm gonna blow this. You ever seen these things? These what do they call fatheads, where you can take a football player, blow them up, and put them on your kid's bedroom wall? I think this is going on my bedroom. I think it's going on the ceiling right above my wife's side of the bed. No? All right. Big Dog Trucker in the house says the brothers are back together. That's right. We usually only get together for the holidays, but here we are tonight. Alex Express, $2 super chat. Hall and Oates money. You damn right.
Hey, they had some hits, man.
All right. Nomadic Brit and Nomad Trucker are telling me that Nomad Trucker's wife can do T-shirts for us. I gotta go back and find that email. Really competitive. We might have to figure something out there. Do me a favor. Shoot me an email with that email. I'll get it sorted out eventually. DIYsemi@yahoo.com. Appreciate it. David Edwards says, I keep the politics of fuel prices out of this. Yeah, I'm not trying to I'm just saying, that's where we were, and I don't, wherever we are now and wherever prices are now, and it is what it is. There's too many other channels you can go to for politics. I like to keep my head from exploding.
I mean, I'll get into it a little bit only because, I'm very informed and connected. You know what I mean? And I'll just tell you like this: they're screwing us. They were screwing us,
they're all
and now they're
screwing
still
us.
screwing us.
Yeah,
that's my view on politics.
Gary Bates says the new retail stores will be called "It's only $100." It's only $100.
Oh man.
Trucker Style Sean says he's got less than $80 into the bumper and the visor. No one knows it's not metal. That's hilarious. I love that.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That is funny. Hey, everybody, hit that thumbs up button. Go over and check out Cash's King channel. Damn sure subscribe. And, damn sure hit the thumbs up button on his videos. It helps the algorithm. Anybody new to doing YouTube, I'm losing my ability to speak here. The thumbs up helps you with the algorithm a little bit. It helps get your videos out to more people.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yep. What else we got here? Bees Knees in the house says, good evening, gentlemen. Thanks for stopping in. Lolly Sanders says, Hall & Oates, great band. Best band ever, really.
Can't argue. I can't argue with that.
No.
I mean, I don't know if you guys know it, but I mean, they got like a list of hits that won't quit.
That's right. Kelly's Kitchen says it can go on your. I didn't know that's my wife. Check out her channel. It can go on the ceiling, on my truck ceiling, so I can enjoy it as much as I like. That's a little weird. But whatever I got to do. Oh, Big Dog Trucker says it's a cool 123 degrees in Vegas where he's at right now. Damn it. What would you do? They ship ice cream out of Vegas. Did you know that?
Really?
Place shipping ice cream out of Vegas with a minus 20 degree load. Do you think any reefer is going to pull that in 123 degree heat? What the hell are you supposed to do?
I mean, like, what's that thing? That thing's going to defrost like every 15 minutes. Like, it's just going to freeze up. There's nothing you can do about it.
No. And you'd be lucky if you maintain 0 degrees. And at 0 degrees, ice cream's a problem. It will start to become a problem in your trailer. I'm tangled up. There we go.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. It's a good question. I don't want to know. Now, I took an ice cream load to Florida, and it was 100 degrees, and that thing ran nonstop in high idle for 2 days. So,
how much fuel you burn on that damn thing?
I can't remember. It was a few years back, but I remember it was very expensive. It was like $60 a day or so.
Whew. Nomad Trucker's got an APU for sale. Anybody look? What kind of APU you got? I know. Well, 2 guys looking for one, but one of them's already paid for one. The other guy's still looking for one. What kind of APU you got for sale there, Nomad Trucker? Give us the details. Give your email if you like. Alex Express in the house says, how much for the APU? Bees Knees says, he did, Alex. I like him, but just not going to talk to me like a kid is all, but I respect his opinion and advice. Uh-oh. Who's fighting now? What are we doing here? I must have missed something. Oh, somebody put a hit on him. Somebody put a hit on Bees Knees. That's not nice. That's not nice.
Oh, yeah.
What? I missed it all.
I seen that earlier. Like, everybody's operating in my opinion on it is everybody's operating on these rates today. The rates we have now, they're the normal until we get a new normal.
Mhm.
Last year, rates that was the normal. Like I don't understand how you knock a guy for talking about the rates that he's running.
Bees knees. I didn't hear about it. Why don't you sit down? We're gonna crack a bottle of Crown Royal, and you're gonna tell me all about it. Give me the details. What happened? Let Daddy solve your problems.
I did think it was funny. James Best, he forgot 2 decades. He kept saying 1999. He was talking about 2019.
What?
And he kept saying 1999. And I was like, oh, James, brother. Like, yeah. I don't know. You tell me how much of that Crown you got to drink to forget 2 decades.
We'll find out. We'll find out. I've had a good bit here, and I still know it's approximately 2021. Approximately. Vic Med in the house. Hey, Vic. Thanks for stopping in. Everybody check out Vic Med down there, Southern California, freight hauler. Nomad Trucker, he's got the APU for $2,500, 2011 Thermo King tri-pack, everything you need. I assume fully operational, if everything fully runs. Let me just throw that up there. I can't keep, I'm screwing it up. Truckology in the house. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you coming in. Jackknife. Here's a good one. He says, so in general, what's the game plan, at least between you two, when rates start falling and we start to see the market shift towards being a broker's paradise? I'm glad you asked that question, Jackknife. Let's talk about that. And you might be new here, so maybe you don't know. I'm assuming you're asking genuinely and not busting my balls. My plan, I'm going after direct shipper freight right now. I'm building direct shipper freight relationships, having good success with it. We win some, we lose some. 6 months ago, I had none. Now I have 3 direct shippers. And my plan when it becomes a broker's paradise, I'm a broker. Got my brokerage authority. All right. Getting that started, getting that rolling. And guess what? You have some of your own direct shipper freight. You don't need the brokers as much. Now's the time. If you want to be a new broker, best time to try it. So that's what I'm doing. We talk, part of the thing me and Cash both talk about on our channels. People talk a lot of smack. What are you doing about it? Do something. And we both kind of agree with that. And Cash is in a different situation, so I let him speak for himself. What are you doing?
Same things I always do. I handle my business and the best of my abilities, and that's the only thing I can control. I can't control fuel prices. I can't control rates. I handle my business to the best of my ability. And that's one of the reasons I lease on to a company is because they do have a lot of connections, and hey, size matters. No matter what your high school girlfriend told you, size does matter.
Yeah, you are in a great situation, and I know no matter what happens, Jackknife, I know that Cash's thing is put your boots on and go to work. Right?
Yeah.
Get about doing it.
Yeah.
Action. A little less talk, a lot more action. And that's the thing too. Everybody thinks that having your authority is the best or the only way to go. You can get hurt. Cash and I talk a lot. I have my own authority. I have some direct freight. Guess what? Cash is leased onto a company. Guess what? A lot of times he does better than me. I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm no idiot. He has a lot of benefits being with a carrier of some size and resources that I don't have and I may never have. So, people don't think enough about that of what your question is, and I'm glad you're thinking of it. Everybody needs to have a plan. Bottom line is you still got to put your boots on and go to work every day. You can sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Not going to get you anywhere. And, we all got to support each other. Hey, Support. You know what? Another good thing. When rates start falling, support the people that are trying to do good now, trying to help you now, like my channel, Cash's channel, trying to freaking help people and having trouble getting traction. You know, when things flip or whatever, where am I going? I'm losing my green screen. You know, then you'll come to people like us for help. Why not do it now? We all help each other. There's people in this chat that want to help you. You know, help all of us. Support them. Build a network, man. You could build a network of people and resources so strong to get you through tough times. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. You know.
Yeah. And that's
Maybe-
that's a big part of it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't mean to be rah and cheerleader and speaking hypothetically, but I'm not. I really freaking mean that. Like, I've done it. I've built good resources for myself, and you need help. Don't ever be too proud to ask for help or need help or let somebody teach you something, man. You know, we all started somewhere.
The easiest way to learn is to listen.
And there's people out there trying to teach, trying to help you.
Yeah, it's you know, and the best way to prepare for, you know, a downturn or anything like that is, you know, be good when things are good. You know, because when things go bad, everybody, you know, they're gonna raise their level a little bit. You know, they're gonna try to be more competitive. They're gonna try to be good when it's not as easy to be. Like right now, you could be willy-nilly, you know, like dropping off loads and doing this and doing whatever you got to do, you know, to make a quick buck. Think long term, even in a good market, you know, like set yourself, you know, do what you say you're going to do. You know, that's a big part of trucking, is just doing what you say you're going to do.
Yep. And we're all trying to bring you people that can help. Myself, you know, bringing Paul from Freight Connect into the equation. My God, he can help people. You know, bring in all these, you know, Great Freight Sage Logic. He's trying to bring you tons of people that can help. He's trying to help people. Well, right here, Vic Med, right here. He's always putting out. He primarily was one of the biggest fighters in this AB5 thing in California, getting on this Lorena Gonzalez, getting up her ass, trying to get her to drop this stuff. You know, he's fighting for people. Support him. Support the hell out of these people. You don't want them to go away. You know, even if you don't like them, if somebody's on your side, you know, give them support. You can't like everybody. You can't agree with everybody on everything. You can't, you know, whatever. That'd be just weird. That'd be a cult. Incidentally, someday I hope to start my own cult, but that's a side note. I'm going to need all your money. I'm going to need you to wear a white toga and blue tennis shoes every day. But hey, it's going to be a great life. You know, I'll take care of everything else. And of course, you have to pledge your undying loyalty and all your worldly possessions to me.
Can I sell branding on that toga like a NASCAR driver?
What the hell? I get 50% of it. Just saying.
Okay. Yeah, deal.
All right. Sell Agu Fish is in the house. Very hot in Russia. That's why he left. Welcome to the States. I'm missing a little bit here, so let me just jump down here. Okay, Nomad Trucker's got this email address here for some. I'm gonna write this down. This is for the t-shirts. This must be his wife's t-shirts. jnpreston.13@gmail. Okay, I'll get around to it. It might take me some time. Dell user says, when will rates drop? Who knows? I don't know. In this world, who the hell knows? It could go on for a while. It could be next week. You know, I don't think. I think it's gonna go on for a while. All indications are it will, but who knows? You know, who knows what tomorrow's headlines are? What tomorrow's news is? What some crazy asshole's gonna do? Vic says he got into it with a broker on Friday. That was funny. The broker was brokering 3 ways, which is not good, specifically when they don't have the info. You ever brokered one of them 3 ways, Cash? You ever brokered that deal?
Yeah, back in my youth.
Cash Money in the house. Welcome.
Cash Mooney.
Jackknife says, but I guess I've been watching summer videos. I know you just bought a Mac, and I know you're still a small carrier. Yes, in January I was 1 truck. Now I'm 7 trucks. So we're working on it. We're working on it. We're doing our best around here. Where'd I go? I got lost again.
Are you looking for contractors? You know, like
right now, not exactly, but if somebody came along that was too good to pass up, I would figure out a way to make room. All my trailers are full right now.
Well, hang on a minute.
All right.
Let me ask that again. Are you
All
looking
right.
for contractors right now?
Sure, why not?
Yes, there you go. Guy's got his truck. Guy got a trailer. You know, like
Oh yeah. Duh.
You know,
Mr. Obvious here. I see a little bit of Crown Royal, and I forget everything. Yeah, all my trailers are full, and it's hard to get more. I can get them. It's just slow process. So yes, maybe. You know, if the person's right, I'd obviously try a little harder. If you have your own trailer, big help. You know, big help. You know, we do what we can do. Alex Express says the broker was double brokering. Okay, that's a 3-way then in the freight world.
Yeah.
Big Dog says we all know the market won't last forever, and a smart man is setting himself up for when it changes. I think that's what the smart people are doing right now.
Yeah.
The possibilities are enormous right now for the small guy. It's a wide open market. You know, they need trucks.
Yeah.
They need trucks.
And this load I'm pulling right now it's not a spot market killer. It is a contract freight, and it pays damn good. You know, especially last year when I was getting these kind of rates last year. Yeah, damn good. Right now, I'm taking a little bit less per mile, but at the same time, I'm trying to service the contract freight so we can keep the contract freight.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Great point. Jackknife TV right here. Jackknife, I'm loving these questions. And incidentally, if you haven't seen them, take the time, go back in my live streams. I think I got 3 or 4 by now live streams with Paul from Freight Connect. Okay, talking exactly about this subject. And I think sounds like you're the type of guy that would benefit. If not, if you don't do business with him, even just the information. He says, but how are you bringing value? I guess, you know, considering your size as a carrier and or / a broker, I guess that's mostly been my problem, is offering volume with possible customers. All right, Jackknife, we are in a world right now where shippers are making concessions. I've always thought too, I can't commit any kind of volume to a shipper. They're never going to talk to me. That's not true right now. They want service. Now is the time to build a relationship with a shipper. Are you going to go into Nestle and say, I have 1 truck, I want to haul your freight? No. But there's tons of places that ship 20 loads a week, 30 loads a week, probably within 100 miles of you. These are the ones you want to get with. Okay. And Paul teaches you how to do that, or he can do it for you. Volume is not the only thing they're looking for right now. They need trucks. They need trucks. Okay. So if you have 1 truck, chances are they're going to take your truck. They need service. Okay. They're already paying astronomical rates. They're going to pay that astronomical rate to you or somebody else. They need somebody who gives them service. And if you're a small carrier, they're not going to get any better service than that. You're going to pick their stuff up on time. You're going to communicate with them. You're going to deliver it on time. Right? You're not going to bring it to your yard and drop it in your yard for 6 days and have that load get forgotten about. You're going to really, and guess what else you're going to do? You're going to communicate with them. This is what I have. This is what I can do for you.
right.
And they're going to say, okay. And then you get your foot in the door and you work with them. And they're going to fall in love with you. And then when things flip, they're not going to beat you up so bad because they know what you bring to the table. So I know exactly your points. I know exactly what you're feeling because I've mostly felt that way. about that my entire career, but I'm here to tell you right now that it's possible, and they'll work with you. You might get 10 no's before you get a yes, but you're going to get that yes. Trust me. And if you need help with that, contact me, email me, put you in touch with Paul or even Eric over at Sage Logic. He helps with a little bit of that. You know, I'd like to see you get that done for yourself. Oh, Nomad Trucker with a $5 super sticker. Appreciate that, Nomad Trucker. Everybody check out that channel. Everybody with a channel here, drop your link in the chat. Go right ahead. Josh Crouch says truckers that don't stick together will be crying later about cheap ass rates. Stand firm. Well, that's a big topic. That's a big topic. We'll talk about that more. Truckers assistant coach says I do coaching calls. How much you got to have for a coaching call there, Truckers assistant coach TV? And why are you only an assistant and not the actual coach? That's what I need to know. Alex Express just pounded 18 grand into that truck. It's bleeding him dry. What do you think he ought to do there, Cash?
What kind of truck are we talking? What kind of truck?
2017 Volvo. I know he's got 700,000 miles on it.
Well, that's a lot of miles on a 2017.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate to tell anybody what to do with their money, but boy, that is. I've been in that situation where it just feels like it's the never-ending. Put it on a hook and take it to a dealership and pay to have an expensive part put on it. Been down that road. I did it with a 2014 Cascadia. So and I look back on that. If I could tell myself anything, is call it sooner than later. Like sometimes trucks are just problematic. Sometimes you get a good one, sometimes you get a bad one, and that 2014 was a good one until it wasn't. I mean, it was just like good truck. Like somebody flipped a switch and it went to hell after that. So,
Yeah. I have a friend, Kenny, friend of mine, Kenny. He used to tell me all the time. He said, Adam, he says, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I said, Kenny, you're right. I said, Kenny, why don't you write a song about that? I think he did. He might have. I don't know if it did any good or not. He'd say, like, know when to walk away, know when to run, right? That's Kenny, you're a genius. Brilliant guy, that Kenny.
Hey, I mean, the fact that you gave him that gem of an idea, I know Kenny. I told him about this vacation where I saw, islands in the stream.
Really?
Yeah. I told him all about it one time, and yeah.
Probably wanted to sail away. I don't know. Dell user wants to know how much is a coaching call from assistant coach. I wouldn't. I don't know if you want to pay that man. That man's a little.
Oh man,
he's all over the place. If you're gonna get a coaching call, I mean, you go right to the coach. You don't want the assistant coach. Just saying. Let's see what else we got here. Jackknife says, been there, done that. He has a new Packard. It's been paid off about 3 years, but every year it cost me about 20 grand in emissions repairs and electrical problems. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have that. You could have that same 20 grand with the truck you're paying on, or a new truck. Or I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I don't so much mind maintenance costs, as long as you're getting something for it and getting things fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just cost of doing business sometimes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the whole emissions thing. I had to have a DEF pump put on a few months ago.
Eddie, right? Eddie in Louisiana.
Eddie, love that guy. But anyway, I had to get a DEF pump put on. And I made a video about it. And in the video, I'd say about half the comments of people that don't normally watch me, people just swinging by to see, they see the check engine light in the thumbnail and they love to watch, people suffer. So they click on it. about half of those people said, "Oh, you should get that truck deleted." And my response to that was, well, about 3 months before that, my water pump went out, and no one said I should delete the coolant system.
Damn it, boy.
So
Did you
I
do
mean, you got to get. yeah. I got rid of the coolant system, kept the def.
it?
Things are going great.
Awesome. Nomadic Brit says hard times will come, so remember where you came from and remember who helped you. That's right. Nomad Trucker says the same thing. Absolutely. Damn it, boy. Freight Trucking with a $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Says agree, build a strong network. Absolutely. Vic Med says if he joins my cult, he's not wearing a cap. Well, Vic, I guess then you're going to have to wear a silly pink bow around your head. See how much you like that. You'll wear that cap for me if you know what's good for you. Alex says emissions can be a costly maintenance per year. These NOx sensors are like $700 each. Yes, they are. Aaron W is leased on at an 8515. Most of his loads come from C.H. Robinson. Seems to stay around low threes a mile. Is this average for dry? I'd like to know how much they're hiding. Oh, let me tell you, Aaron W. No, that is not average for dry freight. That's probably twice the average for dry freight.
Yeah.
That's a spectacular rate for dry freight. I suggest that they're hiding nothing, and I would be very happy with that. And anybody who disagrees with that has not been in this game for very long. I mean, historically for dry freight, I mean, $2 a mile for dry freight broker is a pretty good rate. I mean, there's a lot of $1 a mile dry freight out there. Even probably in today's world, you're still going to find some dry freight, around that $1 a mile mark. But what do you think? Am I way off the mark there, Cash?
No, I would say, go back and do some research on like 2019. See where rates were just 2 years ago. Let's go back 1 year. Last year,
75 cents a mile.
This freight market's unbelievable right now. And, like last year, okay, I pull up the load board. I'm looking at loads out of Minnesota on a Monday morning. 2 loads out of the whole state. 2 loads. You know what they were trying to get on those? I think one was at about $1.15 a mile, and the other one was at 85 cents a mile, and they both got took.
Isn't that amazing?
Last year. So, and that's Minnesota, and Minnesota is typically a great freight market. You typically don't get as much going in because you got to, you get it coming out. So, yeah, you were getting $1.50 going in and 85 cents a mile coming out. So, yeah. We're in a great market.
Yeah, so Aaron, if you're getting that, I mean, you're killing it, dog. You're killing it.
Yeah.
Kill it as best you can for as long as you can, because historically that's amazing. Oh Lord says he hopes fuel goes to $1.50 a barrel and fuel goes to $7.50 a gallon. Damn it, boy. Why you gotta hate like that? Can you imagine what the economy would be like? I know he's talking probably about fuel surcharge, because you'll kill it on the fuel surcharge, but can you imagine the inflation with that and what the economy would be like?
My 18 shares of Exxon Mobil would,
That's right.
Even me out.
Yeah, if you're thinking that's going to happen, you go and you get in deep into like Exxon and Chevron, because that'll offset your life a little bit.
Yeah.
Nomadic Brit says 50 in here. Hit the like button. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
appreciate
that.
I'm
gonna step out for a second. I gotta go take a leak. You gonna keep going?
Yeah. If you want, you come back. Come back in.
Yeah, give me about 5 minutes.
All right, I'll catch up on some comments.
All right.
Jackknife TV 83 says my problem is mostly PACCAR is dealer only software. Had a lot of smaller shops, won't touch it. So basically, it gets stuck in the dealership for days, pick up the truck, and then break down 5 minutes later. Unfortunately, you are exactly right. I believe you can find that PACCAR software online. Just saying. It's probably bootlegged and pirated. I don't know if I'd hook it up to my truck, but you know, you judge that for yourself. But there's probably some gypsy on the side somewhere in the country that has that software. Look hard, you'll find them. But yeah, that's a problem with these shops, and it's not always only the shop rate, all this and that. It's all the fees attached. You got what, 180 bucks an hour you're looking at sometimes now, and then you're at shop supplies, fees, environmental fees, disposal fees, and now this new thing I'm seeing called a technology fee. And I'm like, what the hell does my $180 an hour pay for? Uh, and if you're charging me $10 for a can of brake clean, and you use about 2 squirts out of it, let me keep the can. Let me keep the rest of the can. That just irritates the heck out of me. But what are you gonna do? Vic Med says 7 trucks is not a small deal. That's some work. Congrats. Well, thank you, Vic. Thank you, Vic. You had a part in that. Good advice and all that. Everybody check out Vic Med. Vic, drop your link. Drop your link, man. We gotta get some people over there checking y'all out. Jack, he says, yes, those dealerships can be costly. Volvo charges me $180 an hour for the mechanics. That's crazy. It is crazy because they're only paying, the mechanic 30 bucks an hour at the most, probably. So you got 150 bucks an hour. I understand they got to pay for the building and, electricity and taxes and maintenance and all the office people, but damn, that's a lot of money. Dell user says, do you know anything about ISX Cummins, ISX, or Volvo? A bit. Some things yes, some things no. What in particular? Guy Tyson Trucker says, what do you guys consider cheap rates? It's relative. That's why you got to know your expenses. I mean, my cost of operation per mile is very low, but I work hard at that. If my cost per mile is 80 cents a mile, what I consider cheap freight is way different than what you might consider cheap freight if your cost per mile is $1.20 a mile. See what I'm saying? If you have a $4,000 truck payment, your cost is nearly double mine. Okay, so cheap freight is relative. You always see these signs on the back of trailers and OOIDA, say no to cheap freight. Well, why don't we talk about what cheap freight is? What's cheap to me might not be cheap to somebody else. If I can haul freight for $1.50 and still net out 80 cents a mile, it's not necessarily cheap. Do I want to do that? No, none of us do. But if you got to haul it $1.50 and you only net out 25 cents a mile, that's a big difference. So that's why I stress it's so important to know your cost per mile, and I have a video on that from way back. So check that out. Nomadic Brit says, I like your perception on the single op and am impressed. Well, thank you, Nomadic Brit. Yeah, we make the world go round, small businesses. Alex Express says, that's at Guy Tyson, that's a loaded question with a lot of variables. Yeah, you got to know your cost per mile to know what cheap freight is. Oh, we got cash back. Let me pop him back in here. We're talking about cheap freight, my friend. Guy Tyson wants to know what cheap freight is, and I was talking about, you got to know your cost per mile so you know what cheap freight is to you. That's different for everybody. What do you think?
Yep, that's the truth of it. Cheap freight is different for everyone. That guy that needs to get home, he's got a different idea what cheap freight is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was saying, a guy with a $4,000 truck payment gonna have a different definition than me with no truck payment.
Exactly. You take away a truck payment and a pretty fuel efficient operation with decent insurance, breaks 75 cents a mile operating cost. Yeah, $1.25. If you need to move to a better area, $1.25 ain't losing you money. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dick Med says his Series 60 Freightliner, he can't walk away from it. It's a 2008, but Cali might make him walk away from it. Are they to the point where they're gonna mothball that thing because of emissions or what? Man, maybe a 2008 Freightliner from Cali is the way to go. Wouldn't have no rust on it, I tell you that. Being down there from Southern California. Maybe he'll get back in the comments here and tell us why. Big Dog Trucker says you love to go to the shop in Baton Rouge. See your buddy Eddie down there.
Yeah, that
Tell everybody
guy,
about Eddie. Your
what
experience
a
with
gem.
Eddie.
Yeah, not good. That's what it was. I'm telling you, read those Google reviews. You know, I really, boy, yeah. Somebody pointed out in a comment earlier this week, oh, I went and read the reviews on that guy, and yeah, it looks pretty bad. And I was like, yeah, wish I would have read them before I went over there. But you know, it is what it is. I can't go back in time, you know. But yeah, I wasted 3 days on a guy that said he was doing stuff but wasn't doing stuff, and yeah, so I just went back over there and got my truck and left after 3 days.
Yeah. You said you can't go back in time, but if you do happen to make that possible and happen, could you bring me like a sports almanac from, you know, maybe from the future actually? Would you mind doing that?
Yeah, sure. I was gonna say if you need one from the past,
a library.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could Google that for you real quick if you need. Like,
yeah, I guess I blew that, didn't I?
Oh man, yeah. Hey, it's the comedic timing of one drunk DIY semi.
Oh, Nomadic Brit's got to bounce. Thank you for coming in, sir. Appreciate the support. Trucker's assistant coach TV says banger of a live stream, fellas. Well, thank you, sir. How about Coach? You know, feel free to hit that super chat button down below.
For sure.
Definitely subscribe to Cash is King Trucking to see more live streams just like this. What else we got?
66 likes in this show.
Yeah,
that is a lot of likes, man. People are getting after that like button.
That's my record for a live stream. I don't know how many I got the other day when I had Dirty Broke on. Let me check. That was a good one. That was a good live stream for me. Oh, 84 likes on that one. Damn it, boy.
But I'm talking about like while you're live already.
Oh,
66. Oh, you'll probably get 100 on this one.
Oh, that'll be good guess. Everybody, check out Cash's King channel. We're doing a telethon for him here tonight, an 18-hour telethon to get him to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the day.
That's right.
Jump over there and check that out. Everybody post
I'm up 2 subscribers. Thanks, guys.
That's what I'd do for you, my friend. Not quite like when you go on Asian Mai and you jump up like 200 in 2 hours. Not quite like that, is it?
No.
Shan Brown just did an overhaul on his Cummins ISX 15. 21,500 in Jersey. That's not bad. That's a good price for an overhaul on one of those. Well, considering, you know, how much did they do, I guess. But even so, you know, you probably did the bottom end and top end. That's a good price for that. You know, obviously, I'm guessing no turbo, stuff like that. Yeah, everybody wants to know where you got that done in Jersey for that price. It's a good. Oh, head and gasket plus overhaul kit. Took 2 months to get parts. Jeepers cripes, that's insane. He says at the Kearney truck stop in Kearney, New Jersey. Okay. All right, no problem. That's where he got that work done.
So, you know, speaking of overhauls and stuff like that, I was watching Scottish Trucker Tommy the other day.
Okay.
And he's talking about needing a rebuild on a Cummins, and there are no liner kits to be had.
Really?
Yeah, he said they're telling him if you run into certain Cummins engines right now, you might have to buy another engine.
Damn.
Like,
was that like an N14? Is that an N14 or what?
I think it's new. I think it's an a certain model of ISX.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Who could survive being down for 2 months? Not a lot of people can. So, I mean, if you did, Shannon, good on you. I don't know if you got a rental or what, but
Honestly, at 2 months, I would have to I'd have to put some money in the bank somehow. You know what I mean? Like, I'd
Gotta
have
eat.
to go get me a company job or something. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like, could I survive 2 months? Yes, but I don't want to lose all my savings. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, because
I'm
then
not
when you
trying.
come back, there's no guarantee that things are going to be great for you right away anyway.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Bench
Yeah.
Trucking says Cali is making him get rid of his 09 389 Pete in 2022. That's just stupid. This- So, okay, maybe it puts out a little bit more emissions, but how many emissions are you putting out, or are you creating, building a new truck to replace that one, in the whole scheme of things?
Mhm.
You're no bet. It's stupid. California's the dumbest state ever. They think there's,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and see, I've got a little theory on that I can give you real quick. I think the reason that they're turning California into a dumpster fire
Mm-hmm.
is so everyone leaves, and
Mm-hmm.
that spreads that California politics all over the country.
It's working.
Yeah.
They're screwing up Texas. They're screwing up Montana, Idaho, Wyoming.
Yeah.
It's well played. Good strategy.
Yeah.
People forget why they left that dumpster hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Express says he's struggling to get to 4,000 subscribers. Yeah, check him out too. Help that man out. Good channel right there. Jackknife says he picked up a turbo pressure sensor and an EGR differential pressure sensor. That's a mouthful. The dealer said that what they had 10 left. When these are gone, they don't know what to do because the warehouses are empty.
Yeah.
Start making stuff. Start making stuff again here. Simple. We got factories sitting empty. We got millions of people out of work. Cut the crap. You don't need to go build great big fancy new plants. We got plenty of empty industrial space. Start making some crap here again. Now's the time. If we don't learn it now, we're never going to learn it, man. Because I tell you what, the rest of the world's got us by the short ones right now.
I was reading the other day that Home Depot is planning on procuring their own container ship so they can run back and forth from Asia to the ports to bring back their product. My thought on that would be, take the hundreds of millions of dollars that you're going to spend on that container ship and start manufacturing some stuff in this country. And I think if I was running that situation with, hey, Home Depot, call me, I'm available. I hear they do golden parachutes over there at Home Depot like you wouldn't believe for CEOs. So I'm available, call me. But basically what I would do is I'd bring that manufacturing back here, spend all that money, bring that manufacturing back to America, and then I'd put ads out saying, hey guys, when you come in our store, the price of a gutter, it might be 50 cents more than my competitor, but that gutter was manufactured here in America, and we're going to keep that money circulating here.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe that's just
everybody stop buying everything you need from friggin' Amazon. That's gonna bite us in the ass someday. It's gonna.
Yeah.
Where were we at here?
Uncle Jeff, he's got enough money. The way I look at it, he got enough money.
Yeah, I think he could never has to work again. I'm pretty sure. Bench Trucking says they're gonna make old trucks get a permit each time they enter the state. Cali hasn't decided yet how many times or for how many days each year.
Wow.
We could put the hurt on them if we decided to. They need us as more than we need them. They just don't know it. Gary Bates says national back order on Sam chassis. What is he? You know what a Sam chassis is, Cash?
No.
Is that like antidepressant pills or antipsychotic pills?
I think that's the pill that makes your eyelids stay up, right?
All right.
Back in my day, we used to call that amphetamine, but whatever.
Or just a really good weekend.
Right.
George says, DIY, you're from Wisconsin. Do you remember Greene County Fast Freight, Monroe, Wisconsin reefer outfit? Hauled for the Swiss Colony Company, sausage and cheese, and those sweet treats. Greene County Fast Freight. No, I do not. Sorry, I don't. Oh Lord says 2 months. Wow, I would have to sell used Subway sandwiches in the back of the truck stop. Are those the ones you see laying in the plastic bag around the truck stop?
Oh man, yeah. That's a loaf. That's a loaf laying out there. What that is?
A recycled Subway sandwich. Oh.
Oh man.
Oh. I didn't know some of them sub sandwiches had nuts in them. Just saying. Shan Brown says he attended Prime's webinars. They're hurting for truck parts, company and owner op. Good for them. They got the money. Pony up some of that
little
cash.
Prime.
Yep, poor little Prime.
Poor little Prime.
Yep, I don't feel any sympathy for them. What comes around goes around, I guess. Alex Prez says bench press truck. You mean the same way that Portland, Oregon does with their weight distance permits? Who knows? Who knows? Crackers McScallywag says word up, yo. I love that name. I love that name. Jamie O says the problem is where do you find workers for the manufacturing in the United States? Unfortunately, that is part of the problem. But you know what?
Yeah.
Pay people too damn much money to stay home. Cut that crap off. Tell them get to work, or hey, good luck with your dinner. I read a statistic not long ago. I'm from Wisconsin, obviously, that 52% of Milwaukee County is on some kind of public assistance. And I'm like, damn. Obviously, there's people, unable to work, serious injury or disability, but you know what? There's also a lot of people that need a good swift kick in the ass, Jackknife says the problem is it'll still be cheaper to buy a container ship because once the Home Depot gets done, Joe Biden will be there with his hand in their pocket. No, he'll be standing behind them sniffing their hair.
No.
That's the new hand in your back pocket, is the standing behind you sniffing your hair. Right?
Hey, she got her legs crossed like a pretty little 19-year-old girl. Like, isn't that what Joe said the other day?
I didn't hear that.
There was some little girl sitting in the crowd. She was like 9 years old. And he was like, oh, look at her sitting there like a young lady, like 19 years, looking like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her legs crossed.
Oh, what a maniac. Oh, my gosh. Trump could have never said anything like that. Gary Bates says a SAM chassis is an electric controller or pathway for everything in your Freightliner truck. Okay. See? Gary Bates taught me something. Did the one on your truck break, Gary? Is that why you know that? I think everything else on your truck's breaking. That is why I was frightened by the 175 amp fuse being blown. Where do you have a 175 amp fuse, Gary Bates? Damn, we caught up on the comments. What do you think?
Yeah, I didn't realize there was a 175 amp fuse on a truck.
I mean, I got a 175 amp fuse for my power inverter. I don't know of any other 175 amp fuses. That's a good size fuse.
Yeah, no doubt.
But what time you got delivered tomorrow, sir?
8 a.m.
And how far away are you?
About 60 miles.
What else you got for us tonight?
Anybody want to see a song and dance?
I kind of do. Me. I mean, that's what we do around here. Wait, that's not the right one. Oh, I deleted the other one. I had my Partridge Family green screen, but I deleted it. Sorry about that. Did the Brady Bunch do any shucking and jiving, or no? They didn't sing and dance, did they? Yeah, they did the Bright Sign Shiny Day, didn't they?
What's the Brady Bunch?
Oh God, you youngins, you young scallywags.
Wasn't
It's
that
like-
that cheesy movie from the 90s?
No, it was a TV show. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. It's like what's the modern day? Oh, okay. It would be like Modern Family, except for without all the profanity and stuff.
Hmm.
Jamie O says Massachusetts is paying full unemployment plus $300 a week. It's brutal to find help. They'll return to work if you pay them cash. Don't want to give up the gravy train. Ah, jeez, that is insane. That is insane.
Casey's General Store, $300 sign-on bonus to work at the gas station. Seen that today.
I saw one of was it McDonald's or somebody around me somewhere was paying like some job, fast food or something was starting at $14 an hour.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, it's kind of the.
There's people at office jobs not making that much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the going rate around Minneapolis these days, for fast food or, yeah. My daughter was getting $12 entry level gas station clerk. So,
wow.
And I was like, damn, I used to pick orders in a warehouse for $10 an hour.
I used to wash dishes for $3.25 an hour. That job sucked.
I used to milk cows for
free.
Yeah. Like I did the hard jobs for free, logging.
Yeah.
Milking cows. What else? Yeah.
Baling hay, picking rocks.
Yeah. Yeah. Real work.
Josh Crouch says, where do I sign up for that train? Sign up over on the Cash is King channel. That's where you sign up. Automatic sign up when you hit the subscribe button.
Yep.
Oh, what else we got tonight? Or are we kind of petering out here? I thought I was man enough to do an 18 hours, but I don't think I am.
Nah, I know I don't have 18 hours in me. I don't know. Is there anything else trucking related we need to go over?
Self-driving trucks are coming. They're coming for you.
Yeah.
They're on the other. What, China's putting 500 of them on the road or 5,000? Which was it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I saw that story the other day.
Oh, nice.
But China will be like, you ran 50 people over today, whatever. They can't do nothing about it.
Right. Yeah. What does that even matter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I still think the infrastructure here is really gonna have to change to make it work. They're just gonna have to change how they build roads in this country if that's gonna work. And I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not one of these guys that's like, I'd love to see an autonomous truck, back into a dock, and I'm like, oh, well, hold my beer, basically is what they're saying. Like that. That'll be the easy part. Yeah.
Yeah. You ever been in a warehouse where all the forklifts are robotic? They do it very well. They got drive-by-wire. All they have to do is put that in the parking lot, the drive-by-wire, and they'll master it every time. Probably do a better job than us. Do I agree with it? Do I agree with it? No, I don't want them, but it doesn't mean it ain't gonna happen. Nobody asked, me if they should do it. Nobody's gonna ask any of us if they should do it. They're just gonna do it.
Right. Yeah. Basically, I mean, honestly, our opinion doesn't matter on stuff like that. It's money's going to control it. Let's face it. When the money says it's time to do it, it's time to do it.
The money is saying it's time to do it right now. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Been having some conversations with people. That they say please don't tell anybody. So I don't who they are, but it's happening. They're putting a lot of money into this. They're putting a lot of money to buy the politicians to get this done. At a certain point,
Yeah.
it won't matter if we're ready for it or not. If they buy the politicians, it's going to happen. And guess what? They're pretty good at buying these damn politicians. So, we're going to have some, just like not to get under this rock, but just like these COVID vaccines. Never has a vaccine been rushed through before like this and approved. And guess what? They're given clemency. You can't sue them. If you get something happen from one of these vaccines, you can't sue them. Nothing you can do about it. They'll do the same with the autonomous trucks. Oh,
Yeah,
look!
that's all
Look!
it'll take.
Look what the cat dragged in. Look who's 2 hours and 35 minutes late. It's Mark
Who
Ely.
that?
Mark Ely.
Oh, what's going on, Mark?
Glad you stopped in, Mark. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Mark is one of those guys. He timed the market very well. He kind of got in, got a truck, got rolling before, prices went stupid on everything. So, he's kind of getting to enjoy the upside of the market and not pay, these crazy truck prices everybody's talking about now.
Yeah. Josh Crouch says DOT catches this. They're going to make us count this as on duty time if we do in 18 hours.
Hey, I'm already on duty.
There you go. And I'm not even keeping a log right now. Grumpy Trucker says if I do another Vic Med interview, he'll subscribe to the Cash is King channel. Done. You line it up. Tell Vic, come on with it. And you should subscribe anyway. Entertaining man. What else we got here? David says forklift a lot different than an 18-wheeler. Wait until the lawyers get a hold of these autonomous vehicle companies. Has a truck and car crash into a car full of people. Yeah, it's gonna happen. That don't mean they're not gonna do it.
Trucks crash in. I mean, I'm not defending autonomous trucks, but trucks crash into people
every day.
So.
And guess what? Swift is still in business.
Yeah.
What do they? I've heard a statistic one time. I have no idea if it's true that they average a fatality a day. Have you heard that?
I've heard similar things to that. I watched one thing about how they break that down as far as they per incident cost them like I forgot what it was, like $18,000. And the way they look at that is it's cheaper to bring in new drivers and pay them $18,000 less a year, and it covers if they have an occurrence, it's covered by the minimum, the less wages they pay. And then if the driver makes it through the first year without an incident, it's like an $18,000 bonus.
Yeah, it's numbers. It's numbers, and
yeah,
like I said, do I think that it's autonomous are great? No, I don't want them, but I'm telling you, they don't care what we think, man. Bench Trucking says I think they'll have autonomous trains before autonomous trucks. Just my opinion. Guess what? They already have autonomous trains. They also have autonomous airplanes. Every commercial plane in the air right now is capable of fly-by-wire. They do not need a pilot in them. That's a FAA regulation. Don't know what Gatorade in Mountaintop. Every time I'm in there, the guy tells me how a forklift went through a trailer and ripped something up. Or the other day, he said all 6 of them crashed. It happens. I loaded a Niagara water plant regularly in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, that you are loaded by robots. And I've never had an issue. If there is something in your trailer, like a piece of pallet or something, they won't go in your trailer. Sometimes the person has to come and override the computer to get it to continue. But guess what? I've had plenty of manned forklifts damage my trailer too. So yeah, there's going to be problems. Don't discount that. It's absolutely going to be problems. All I'm saying is they don't care. Like
Right.
nobody gives a damn. And also, guess what? They're gonna say we don't care. And what are you gonna do about it? I mean, honest with everything else, what are you gonna do about it? Prove it.
Well, and some of it's like these electric cars right now as well.
Mhm.
Does it make good economic sense? No. You put a bunch of subsidies in there, and all of a sudden, hey,
Mhm.
makes sense. Like you got to think of that too. Who buys the politicians? That's a big part of it too.
Mhm. Mark says, "Why do you think every autonomous truck has a driver so someone can be blamed?" They have a driver right now. They have completed trips now with no driver. Cross country trips with no driver in the United States. So it has been done, and it's
Now
going to
you
be done
mean the
more.
driver's not interacting with the truck, or no driver in the truck?
No
They
driver
still have
in
to
the
have a
truck.
driver.
No,
Really?
they have completed trips with no driver in the truck.
Oh wow.
Not many, only a couple, but they have done it now as tests. So there's a lot of missing pieces of the puzzle they were waiting on, and one of them was 5G. And now we have that missing piece of the puzzle. Is that the only missing piece? No, but stand by, more to come. They'll pile money into that crap. They're piling trillions of dollars into it. That's the other thing. They're not going to pile trillions of dollars into something that's not going to happen.
Right.
Does the government do that every day? Yes. But does, Swift Transportation do that every day? No. Ben Trucking says, I agree with you on buying politicians. Yeah, buying politicians is way cheaper than buying autonomous trucks or whatever. Politicians are cheap. David says, wow, I think Swift could have a nuclear lawsuit someday, but I hear you. Yeah, but guess what? If they're given, if they're exonerated from liability, what does a lawsuit matter? You'd be surprised that certain industries you cannot sue them. Try to sue a pharmaceutical company for certain things, especially like these vaccinations. You can't. They have complete exoneration from it. Or immunity. Immunity, that's the word I'm looking for. Alex Express says, I think Tesla had a lawsuit when a truck hit a person in an intersection. Yeah, they probably did. David says, who knows, the government may collapse and the subsidies go away real fast. If that happens, we got additional problems.
Yeah.
We have some real problems on our hands. But yeah,
that's real problems.
Yeah. David says, yeah, pharmaceuticals kill people though. Well, so do self-driving trucks apparently, or vehicles. Everything, You understand the concept. That's the main thing. Can I express it well? No. But that's because of my good friend Crown Royal. Okay. That's why I make no sense at all. Now,
yeah, when are you going to open that?
Oh, come on now. We've hit it. Put a dent in it. I was told when I received this, as part of the gift of giving it to me, that I had to save it for my next live stream with Cash is King Trucking, and I had to use it
nice
during said live stream. And the person that gave it to me is watching this live stream. Here you go. Here's evidence. Now, let it be known that I can have a swig during a live stream and not turn into a drunken, raging bastard that turns against all my viewers and my guests and blows up everything. So there we go. Where George Wilson says Eric Foreman to his dad Red Foreman, that 70s show. You mean there was a gravy train? Red? Yes, and you missed it. We missed the gravy train. I love that show. Red Foreman's awesome.
Yeah,
TJ Jones in here.
Stuff.
Welcome. Eddie Drotar. Finally make your way in, Eddie. Eddie was on deep block, apparently. We had to exchange some emails to get Eddie unblocked. Oh, jeepers, Mark Ely. Since I got my vaccine, I've had a hard time walking, and my right arm hurts. Damn it. I hate to hear that. That topic is on deep censorship on YouTube. So I'll probably get this live stream demonetized because I used the used the word earlier. Censorship is alive and well. But Eddie says Congress is already meeting about the logistical costs of transportation. They will force feed autonomous trucks. You're right. You're right. It don't matter what we think. It really doesn't. Mark, you got a card for that? They give you a card for getting poked in the arm, huh? Did you know that, Cash?
No, but I'll be sure to call my guy and get me one made up.
Yeah, definitely. Probably gonna need that for to work pretty soon. Jeepers. Oh, David says he means pharma hires hitmen. Yeah, there's a lot of money in that business. A lot of money. Thomas Lindsay just stopped in. Thanks for coming in. Says greetings all. Josh says that's why you don't follow the crowd. You got that right. What else we got here? David says, but yeah, I just have a hard time picturing autonomous trucks. Well, yeah. Probably a whole lot of things going on right now as we speak that 5 years ago you'd say I'd have a hard time picturing that. Like people delivering all your groceries to your door and people delivering from all your fast food restaurants to your door and all kinds of things probably. Them shutting down the world economy for basically a whole year. Nobody could have seen that coming.
Right. Yeah. No, it's well, and like a lot of these places they're not going back to the way they were doing business. They're just not. Like
never will.
Nope. Like I said, it's the new normal. Like rates right now. This is the new normal. Like it's the new normal till it's not. And that's kind of how I look at things because these businesses they've learned to survive in the new normal, and that's and that's what we'll get.
They have trained us. They ain't trained me
Yes.
because I fight it the whole damn way, in my own ways, of course, and I know you do too. But as largely as a population, they have trained us, and they have so many people fearful that will never let go of that fear. That don't know history. Read your history, learn it, live it, remember it. But you're right. Things have changed forever. They absolutely have. Where did I leave off here? Mark says they gave him a card from the CDC with a batch number and a UPC screen code. As long as they didn't tattoo that code on your arm there, Mark, or on your forehead, or on your hand, or put a chip in you.
Does it correspond with the chip?
Hey, who knows what was in that thing? I don't know. There's speculation.
Wait.
Who knows?
Sorry, I don't want to get you demonetized. But while I'm here, let me talk about the flat Earth, if you don't mind.
You go right ahead.
That's why they killed Kennedy, and
Jimmy Hoffa.
That's yeah, exactly, because of flat Earth and
did Abe Lincoln have a part of this?
Yeah. Well, it all originated back in Abe Lincoln's day. That's why they fought the Civil War was over flat Earth.
All right. Lolly Sanders says, F, Mary, kill. I'm not reading that. You get my ass in trouble. Oh, man.
Wait, who was it? Who was it again?
That freaking troublemaker, Lolly Sanders.
Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Bill Cosby.
Any coincidence? I think not.
Oh, man.
Damn it, boy.
Oh.
George Wilson says all tractors should have a battery disconnect switch as standard equipment. That'd be a good idea.
Battery disconnect, yeah. My truck has one. Did your truck have one?
Yeah, I just pop open the battery box and take a wrench and I undo the battery cable, pull it off, and put the battery box.
Okay.
It takes a little longer, a little more labor intensive, but it's there.
Right.
That's Josh. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. talk about that too. We get demonetized. Grumpy Trucker bounced. He's out of here. He says, good night. Good night, Grumpy Trucker. Thanks for coming in. East Texas Trucker got to get up early tomorrow and leave the house at 5 a.m. to make a 10 a.m. delivery in Houston. Don't be late. There's a late fee. Get on down there. Mark Ely got his 2-shot on the road 531 and at a Walmart. You know, is Walmart the most sanitary place to be doing medical treatments? Did they do that in the produce section right next to the bananas?
Do they run the birds out of the building? You know how the birds get in through the garden center?
Yeah.
Is that a good idea to get a medical procedure done with birds in the building?
I don't know.
Not to say you get the bird flu, but you know what?
Oh, no, you didn't.
Knock that one out of the park. Come on.
Yes, you did. David says, don't forget aliens. Yeah. We're gonna have to do that alien live stream sometime.
Yeah.
We got video evidence.
Well, that's why we didn't go back to the moon, right?
Mm-hmm. What do you mean back to the moon? What do you mean back? What do you mean back to the moon? What are you saying? You saying we went there in the first place?
No, the back side of the moon. The back side.
Oh, okay. All right. Eddie was in pharmaceutical sales for 16 years prior to starting his trucking company. Scary how deep lobbyists are in politicians' pockets. Eddie, now was that like legit pharmaceuticals or street corner pharmaceuticals? Which one are we talking about here? I know some street corner pharmacists. Mark says no chip. He hopes, anyways. All right. Censorship sucks. Yes, but it is alive and well. David says y'all should look up Dark Horse Podcast YouTube channel and the video on the spike protein problem with the pokey thing in the arm. Yeah, I've heard plenty about it and probably heard that very topic. There is some, I'm opposed to changing my DNA. I like my DNA just the way it is. Does it have its faults? Absolutely, but it's my DNA. I don't want anything to change it, good, bad, or otherwise. And just saying, something like that very thing can alter your DNA.
Right. Yeah, the only way I'm altering my DNA if it leads to more YouTube subscribers. Oh, what I wouldn't do for more YouTube subscribers.
I suggest you grow a horn in the middle of your forehead. What you wouldn't do for YouTube subscribers? Is that like come on this show? Is that what you're saying? Oh, you've sunk to deep depths right there.
Oh,
yeah. Josh says street corner pharmaceuticals are now being hauled by semi. That's right. Probably out of Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are making some good points. Remember that? No, you wouldn't remember because you make fun of me for remembering Brady Bunch. There was a TV show called V. Have you ever heard of it? It's about aliens. Yeah, it was about aliens down here taking over, and they look like us. But anyway, they think that's what might be happening here. Eddie was in legit sales. All right, not street corner pharmaceuticals. Operations specialist for the world's largest generic manufacturer. Is that Upjohn? Was it Upjohn if I'm not mistaken? Are they the largest generics? I don't know. I could be wrong. Why are my steer tires have like golf ball pits on them in the tread? Did you break a cord, Eddie or Mark? Did you hit a big chuck hole and break a cord? Very well could be.
No, he says pits.
Pits. Okay, what do you mean by pits?
I would assume that goes in, not, you're talking about like a bubble, right?
No, if you break a cord, it'll start to divot in that spot.
Oh, I thought if you broke a cord, it would like stretch in that spot.
No, not necessarily. It'll be a weak spot in the tire. Probably that, or if it's in several spots around the tire, it could be a bad shock too. You get an impression wear. I don't know exactly what you mean by pits, but
Definitely something in your suspension, no, that's for sure.
Mm.
Would be my guess, because that tire's bouncing. If it's got divots in it, yeah, that tire's not staying against the road.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Eddie worked for Tiva. Okay, there you go. East Texas Constructor says ivermectin does wonders, but it doesn't make money, so it's not being supported. You can get ivermectin at the animal supply store. That's what I use for different animals. It's not saying you should. Don't do that. Don't anybody do that. If you do, I told you not to. Remember that. George Wilson says, I think it's unfair to badmouth anyone. Truck lines for bad reputations. I worked at some unionized LTL outfits that had safety records that stunk and were in the toilet. Really? You wouldn't know that? That's never talked about, is it? Some of the unionized companies have bad records. I did not know that. Mark says no bubble. It looks like golf ball pits. Is it all in the same spot around the tire, like on the same rib? I wouldn't doubt if you broke a cord or something. But
a lot of times, if that's on that outer edge of the tire, that is a shock, because it's being like amplified because it's on the outside of the tire. So when that thing's going down the road vibrating and not staying against, not smooth against the road, if it's the outer edge, it's probably got to do with the shocks.
Hashtag knowledge. There you go. Yeah, could be. Usually shocks are depression where around the tire you'll have like regular tread, depression, all the way around the tire in whatever pattern. It's because your tire's going up and down. Shock's supposed to hold it firm against the road, and it doesn't if it's bad. Most people think shocks are only bad if they're leaking. That's not true. They wear out. I put new shocks on just about every time I put new tires on. Yeah. What else we got tonight? Anything? How many likes we got here? I can't even see my own likes. 70, 73? How many we got?
Yeah, 73 it appears.
73 likes.
Yeah.
Damn it, boy.
Putting in that work. I'm telling you.
The hard work. Well, my friend, I should probably let you get to bed, huh?
Sure. I mean, I'm here for the duration, however long it takes. Let me see how many subscribers I gained.
Oh, I'm here. I thought you probably had to go.
I mean, I got to be up. I've probably got 9-10 hours before I got to be up in the morning. So no, I don't care. If you want to keep going for a minute, let's keep going.
All right. Eddie says we picked up a load at 2 p.m. Shipper closed for the weekend at 3. The broker lied about the commodity, said it was beer, ended up being tequila. Broker is silent. Oh no, Eddie. Oh. Where are you at? What state are you in? Like, did you cross state lines with it yet? Is a load that crosses state lines? Because different rules apply.
Yes.
Definitely want that liquor permit. Broker dropped the ball here. Shoot. Hopefully, well, it's almost Monday. That's the good news. I don't know if you went down the road with it at all, but be careful. You don't want to be liable for that one. What a scumbag broker. You should be mad, and don't let them talk you into breaking any laws, because I tell you what, breaking DOT laws is totally different than breaking like ATF laws. They want their revenue. They don't play.
Right.
Be more scared of the IRS and the ATF than. He says not delivering, claimed it was non-permit. But what are you going to do with it? Hopefully they take it back or take it off your truck. I ran into that very problem not long ago. Hopefully you're hauling it for the shipper, not the receiver. If you're hauling it for the receiver, the shipper may not take it back. Thomas Lindsay says, keep those videos coming. I'm doing a 34 reset in Denver, America. All right. Hopefully not Denver, Karachi, Pakistan. I don't know. That'd be kind of weird. Do you think they
What
have a
about
Denver over there?
Was it Denver, Pennsylvania?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there like
There's a warehouse down there that'll keep you for 10 hours. We'll never go back there again. I think is it a CNS?
Yeah.
I sent
Acme.
two trucks in there last week, and they both got boned.
Yeah. That's a rough one.
Mm-hmm. What you got there? Bottle of water?
7-Eleven's greatest. It looks like it's bottled by Niagara. It's got a Niagara type bottle. So.
All right.
Let's see what it says. Distributed by 7-Eleven, of course. Bottled by Niagara Bottling. Yeah.
All right. Keeping them in business.
I think I've drank about 15 of these today. I'm severely dehydrated.
You know what? You know what happens in that water, right? You know what fish do in there? And I'm not talking about poop and pee. I'm talking about that other thing.
No, tell me about it.
Yeah, fish screw in that water, dude. And you're drinking it?
I'm freaky like that, dog.
I guess you are. Damn it, boy.
Got
Hide the women, hide the children.
Got that German bloodline here.
So you're into that fish scat porn, aren't you?
I just drink the water.
All right. And the Kool-Aid, probably.
Oh, for sure, the Kool-Aid.
So what do you want people to know about your channel? Why should they come over, check you out, subscribe, hit the like button?
It's a community of the best truckers on YouTube.
Damn right it is.
I'm just telling you right now, there's a lot of truckers on YouTube. The best of the best convene at Cash is King Trucking. I probably don't know the answer to your question, but more likely there's somebody like DIY here that comes by and will help you out with it. So it's a great place for information. I do a lot of live feeds, so you can put me on in the background going down the road, and it's like what was that guy on Sirius XM, Kevin Rutherford? It's like that,
but better.
Only slightly less condescending, know-it-all talk. So there's that. I don't know. I put out my numbers.
Funnier.
Try to be.
Much more in touch with current realities of trucking. I will say that.
That's very true. That's very true.
Relevant.
Yeah. Try to be all these things. And I burp during live feed. So if you're offended by burps, I'm working on it.
Not for you. Oh no, Eddie, it just gets worse. He says it was a team truck of his that lost time and money with this load. That's what's tough, man, because something people don't appreciate enough. Like Eddie's losing money on this load, and yet then too, even though it ain't his fault, his drivers are in a tough position, and he's probably in a position where he's got to make it right with them, and it feels like he's got to kick in money, for them for layover pay. He probably won't get anything out of the broker. They'll probably make him a bunch of promises and never deliver. Yep. And here's Eddie, no revenue coming in for the week or weekend, and still got to make it right with his drivers.
Yeah,
it's a tough situation. Dealt with a little bit of that. Sometimes you just got to eat it and move on, man. As much as it sucks, sometimes you take the L.
Yeah, you do. And I was watching South Georgia Hot Shot the other day, and they had a situation where the broker just dropped the ball totally on his wife was like, she said something about that's not our problem, and it made me think, like, the broker made it your problem. Like, it shouldn't be your problem. But like, you know, they were talking about just, you know, getting the freight off the trailer, you know, and like, well, that's not my problem. I'm like, well,
It is.
Unfortunately, it is, because, you know, I've had situations like that where people are like, oh, I would have left that facility. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do? Their freight's on my trailer. Like,
Yeah, that's
you know,
theft, you know.
yeah, I'm like, I'm there for the duration. I got no choice. I do have a choice if I pull for that broker again or not, you know, depending on how they compensate me and take care of me for that situation. You know, I had one a couple weeks ago where got delayed. Broker didn't confirm an appointment. Scheduled the next appointment available, which was the next morning. But you know, gave me a very reasonable layover pay. You know, not this $100, $150. You know, like an actual reasonable. It was $500, and I'm like, okay, that's for sitting here for a day. That's reasonable, because, you know, that's comparable to the profit I could have made if I was out running. So
Yeah, that's
you know, it just,
that's a good layover.
yeah, and that, you know, and that goes a long way, you know. And I pull a lot of loads for that broker, and I think they realize, you know, and it, you know, number one, I appreciated the fact that they admitted it was their fault. You know, like, that goes a long way in my world. Just, you know,
Yeah, you're
the
forgetting
fact that,
you're forgetting the main thing why people should watch your channel. You're a respectable guy. This is according to JK. Runs your truck
JK's
smart
the best.
and reasonable, honest about trucking, and that's exactly how it's typed. And he is drama free, unlike my channel, full of drama. You rule cash, JK says.
JK, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And don't worry, JK, the money we agreed upon for you to put that in there will be mailed out first thing in the morning.
I suggest you cash app that fella right there, or
Yeah.
fella, or nice lady. Crackers McScallywag says brokers are scallywag.
I love that name. Whoever that is, congratulations. Like, you are the champion of the day. Like, oh my God, what a name. Crackers McScallywag.
Oh, jeez.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Josh says 500 shows the broker actually cared and tried to make it right. Yeah, that's why you build a relationship even with a broker.
Yep.
Hey, that's a fantastic amount right there. G Walker says I agree. Crouch says Alex, it's for self-satisfaction. I don't know about that self-satisfaction here on YouTube. Sterling Begtel says he's been watching you for a few months now. Good guy. I agree. Good guy. That's my brother right there. So,
Yep.
You got a problem with him. You got a problem with me. Know what I'm saying?
And Sterling's been trying to, you know, he's been working on a channel over there. You know, he does reefer
Really?
work. Yeah.
Then drop a
Yeah.
link. Sterling, drop a link. Put your link in the comments. And everybody go check out Sterling's channel right there. You'll notice that a shout out from me does nothing for you. And unlike if you got one from like Asian Mai or probably, like Just Truckin' or, somebody who
Oh.
people actually care about.
Yeah, that Asian Mai. I mean, if he says your name, you're up 100 subscribers, dude. Like, people, like, now he could start a cult. You know what I mean? He's got them like,
he's got the juice.
Like, he's got them by the ear, man. Like, they listen to what that guy says. Of course, you're getting there, dude. How many subscribers did you have last year?
When? Like December?
Yeah, like this time last year. What was you like?
Oh,
3,000 or 4,000?
No. Oh, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, something like that. Somebody dropped a link to your channel. Appreciate that. I'm gonna put that right here.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. Appreciate that.
I've been going for hours with somebody else's link. I thought that was
Yeah,
your link.
Dirty Broke.
Dirty Broke.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Everybody check out Dirty Broke too. Definitely.
Hey,
Definitely.
you know, I saw it and I was like, you know what? Dirty Broke's probably more informative, so I'm just gonna let that run.
I'm sorry about that. Oh,
Nah,
Mark,
it's
let me
all
tell
good,
me.
man. I love Dirty Broke.
I'm
He
subscribe
Dirty
to him too.
Broke's he's the only YouTube trucker that's ever bought me breakfast. So he's got my undying loyalty. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna have to step it up. I'm gonna have to step it
yeah.
up. East Texas Trader said he loves Asian Mind, but Manny has really started to play up the drama in his titles and thumbnails for a few months. Gotta respect it though. He's just playing the algorithm and working great. Yeah, gotta understand, like, that's how you do it on YouTube. You know what I mean? And you know, whatever. Everybody does it. You know, YouTube is a serious thing for him. This is what he does now. You know, so judge it by the content. Yeah, people will clickbait you sometimes. That's people do it. Everybody does it, but you know, as long as he's got the content to go with it, you know, it's, YouTube is a game, man. It's a game. It's getting in the algorithm. You know, is a tough thing. So I get it. We all get it. It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
He puts the work in. That's for damn sure. Like, the man's hustling.
He changes it up a lot too. You know, like you got to keep evolving in YouTube. You know, if not, you kind of plateau.
Yeah.
Especially at that level. You know, when you're at the 100,000 subscribers, like it's got to be all in on everything.
Can you imagine? That's killing it right there. Josh says the amount of work he puts in, even if he never drove before, his dedication to industry is great. Yeah, he puts in the work, but yes, he is a truck driver. Yeah, he's a bed bugger. He's been in the moving business. Is it Atlas? Is that who he's with? Or Allied?
North American, I think.
North American. Okay. So he has driven. He is a truck driver. He's done that. Yeah. Sterling says he doesn't know how to leak his channel. We'll try to look it up here. Oh, there he is. Alex found it for you there, Sterling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was trying to get it, but Alex beat me to it.
Sterling was on Asian Mai. I didn't know that. Yeah, but Sterling, you probably know this. So you talked to probably him like off camera, right? Isn't he like the like really wanting to help people? Like, he's a real dude off camera. You know, just like he's not a douchebag playing a character for the camera. Like, he's really a solid guy. So yeah, once you know somebody's solid behind the scenes, you support them.
Yeah, I like the fact that, like, he doesn't discriminate. You know what I mean? Like, he puts every story of a trucker out there, and you know, some are more drama than the others, and you know, some like the Fitzgerald interview he did the other day. You know, like, I don't know. He's got a way. I always tell him he's like the 60 Minutes of trucking. You know, he just brings everything to the table. Like, you never know, you know, what the story is going to be, but it turns out to be pretty good. Like that Fitzgerald guy, I really, you know, I had no need to know what Fitzgerald was up to these days, but I watched the whole dang interview. You know, it's good stuff.
Yeah. Eddie's got a bounce. He says, thanks for getting him out of YouTube jail. Yeah, it happens. We're all good now. Alex, go ahead and drop your link if you want. Put your link in there. We support other people who support us all the time. But so anything you want to promote? You got anything you promote over there on the Cash is King trucking channel?
No, I'm holding out for the big money. You know,
you're not gonna sell out at the drop of a hat like me.
Well, you know, like, I mean, if there's any fuel additive companies out there that want to come at me, You know, I hear there's good money in that. But yeah, it's gotta be the right products.
Oh, yeah, it's
I don't
better
know.
work. Better work. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the key
Oh,
to it.
you're gonna trigger. That's a trigger right there for
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah, and yeah, no, I mean, I kind of run through the MUDFLAP. I kind of run through my other channel, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. I got a little goal with YouTube, and you know, I never really had high hopes for it, but it's doing okay. So I get offers occasionally, you know. I get offers to promote stuff, or you know, team up with other channels, and I just, you know, like if it's not my thing, I'm not going to do it, you know.
Right.
And I'm not the type of guy that's going to promote something for a free something,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like, and if people do that, I got nothing against them. It's just not my style, you know, like, you know, like if the check don't clear, I'm probably not interested.
Yeah, you like
Just
American money?
exactly. There was a very popular trucking app, and I'm not going to say their name because the check didn't clear. But yeah, they tried to give me a free subscription for me to you know, basically talk about them every day, all day. And I just emailed them back. I was like, hey, how about $5,000 American money? And I never heard from them again. So,
Oh, dang.
barely, I'm not worth that much. You know, I thought, hey, you start high. You know, I mean, I
Yeah.
probably would have settled for $50, but
Yeah.
yeah,
A bag of chips. Yeah.
yeah. Apparently, I hurt their feelings with 5,000, and they went away. So,
Hey, you weed out the suckers. Weed out the suckers. East
exactly.
Texas Trucker wants to know if I have merch. I don't. My wife just made this shirt here. Made Cash one, but you know. We were talking about that earlier. Maybe we should both probably come up with something.
Yeah, I got to get on that. I'll probably work on that tomorrow. I got a very easy day coming tomorrow, so
Mhm.
so yeah, I gotta probably get some merch rolling by tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Alex says I look like Patrick Swayze from Dirty Dancing. Thank you, and you're welcome.
Yeah,
He says
yeah,
you
it
look
does a
like a
little
Russian
bit.
drug lord.
That's Hall and Oates, my friend. That's Hall and Oates.
Damn right it is. That's an American monument. You give it the respect it deserves, sir. East Texas said he would buy our merch. Wow.
Would you pay $80 for a T-shirt? I'm doing some market research.
See, all the other people that come up with merch give it away. I'm like, damn. I don't know if I have that kind of disposable income right now.
Hey,
Like,
I got 4 kids. I'm buying clothes for too many people already. Like,
yeah. And that wife here, she's got some expensive brand names there.
yeah.
See, I let
Yeah,
my. Go ahead.
it's Gangnam style over at my house.
Oh, Cy stopping in?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to put hashtag baby shark in the title of this video, but I forgot. I'm going to go back and do that. Got to get me some of that baby shark money.
Yeah, I mean, if we had 100 likes, I'll probably sing some Baby Shark for everybody.
Oh, come on, people. Come on. How many we got?
Do. I'll get you. I'll get you. I'll get your. I'll get you demonetized by singing Baby Shark.
It might be worth it.
Uh,
JK would pay top dollar for a Cash is King hat. So what exactly is top dollar? How much?
I'm gonna say $100 bill.
David Edwards knows the
100.
baby shark. He must have little kids.
I'm looking at Baby Shark here on the old YouTube, and we're talking 8.8 billion views.
Damn it. I showed that to my wife
8
today, and she's like, "You could.
billion.
Why can't you do that? You have a green screen." I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't have 2 little Japanese kids. I mean,
I'll rent you a couple.
I could probably go to the park and grab a couple, but
What's the coin rate on some Koreans?
I don't know. We got to figure the exchange rate and everything." David Edwards prefers the techno version of Baby Shark.
That's a tight jam. I've listened to that one before.
I have not. I myself have not.
Actually, it's one of my favorites, but the kids hate it. So, you know, I don't know.
All right, we went down to Baby Shark rabbit hole. I think we're petering out here.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Both
All
of
right,
my
everybody.
phones are dying. I'm over here just
Yeah.
charging everything right now. So
Yeah. Everybody, make sure you check out Cash is King. Tell them Sam over here.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Appreciate it. Everybody, thanks a lot. You could have spent your night any old way, but you chose to spend it here, and we appreciate that. So we'll catch y'all later. Everybody have a great night, okay? Bye-bye.
thanks, everybody.